This page depicts a Dreamcast Magazine cover showcasing new titles from the Tokyo Game Show 99 Spring. It's the fastest report. Featured articles include Mobile Battleship Astraea, Let's Make an Idle Captain Hart, and a section highlighting new titles such as RRIVE Resurrection Nepachi and Romance of the Three Kingdoms 6, 7 Secret Pavilions, Trembling Smile. There's also Dreamcast new information about Get Base, Tomcat, and Encounter with Battle Legend. The magazine includes a Dreamcast complete strategy guide and features the game To the North, White Illumination. Other games mentioned are Blue Stinger, Super Speed Racing, The House of the Dead 2, Total Natural Color 3D Adventure Action Drama, and Power Stone. In a special report, the magazine covers Mobile Suit Gundam Gaiden in the Land Where the Colony Fell, with its release date set for August 5th. Also featured are Demon Sword X Original Holy Mother and Biohazard Code Veronica. This issue is volume 12 from 1999, dated April 9th, priced at 420 yen. Finally, there's information about the Warp Cup D2 Shock Snowmobile Time Attack Tournament, and an interview with scriptwriters Kenji Ino and Yuji Sakamoto discussing D2 and more. Dreamcast, Sega Enterprises, SOFT BNK. This page depicts a white crumpled paper with Japanese text cutouts pasted on it. The text translates to buried 100 million yen. This page depicts a Dreamcast advertisement featuring a cartoon drawing of a man with glasses. Dig and hit it right. Former Managing Director Yukawa's Treasure Hunt. Total prize money 100 million yen. Former Managing Director Yukawa's Treasure Hunt campaign in progress. Period. Until April 11, 1999. Application method. If you buy a Dreamcast during the campaign period, you will receive a special software, Former Managing Director Yukawa's Treasure Hunt. Of course, those who already own the console can also participate. The separately sold software is 980 yen, excluding tax. First, use the Dreamcast's network function to check this week's treasure hunt that changes every week, and start playing. Operate Former Managing Director Yukawa and dig up the treasure. If you apply with the results via the network, it's okay. From the correct answers, 10,000 people will be drawn to receive 10,000 yen as a prize. The announcement of correct answers and winners can also be confirmed on the network. Furthermore, you can apply as many times as you like during the campaign period. For details, please refer to the software's instruction manual. Inquiries about the campaign. Dreamcast Support Center 012-0258-254 Reception Hours Monday to Friday 10:0017 00 excluding holidays. Sega Enterprises Limited. Sega Entertainment Universals. Buggy Heat is advertised as a thrilling off-road racing simulator with realistic buggy behavior across diverse terrains like dusty earth, snowy mountains, and underwater tracks. The game emphasizes immersive realism, with features like an in-car camera to visualize driver actions and AI driver training that adapts to player techniques. Supporting up to 12 players and various controllers, it's priced at 5,800 yen, excluding tax, from 1999 CRI. Originally slated for release, Buggy Heat is postponed for tuning. A promotional lottery is announced, offering original goods for Buggy Heat, t-shirts, caps, QO cards, and aerodancing, jackets, caps, QO cards. Entry requires completing a questionnaire postcard inside the game package. Deadlines and shipping dates differ per game, with Buggy Heat's undecided. Aerodancing featuring Blue Impulse is an acroflight simulation game for Dreamcast, advertised as the world's first. It allows players to control aircraft, including the famed Blue Impulse Squadron of the Japan Air Self-Defense Force, in realistic acrobatic maneuvers. The game boasts a 360-degree field of vision over detailed landscapes, featuring over 10 real aircraft models. Supervised by former pilot Nobuhiro Kajiwara, it emphasizes realistic jet aircraft behavior and controls. Priced at 5,800 yen, excluding tax, it supports 1 to 4 players and is compatible with visual memory, modem, rumble pack, and VGA. The advertisement also promotes game developer CRI, mentioning job openings and a recruitment website. Voice acting is featured by Mayumi Kajiwara and others. This page is the contents page for the Dreamcast Magazine, April 9, 1999 issue. It states that unauthorized reproduction of this magazine is prohibited. 3/19 to 3/21. Show held throughout the period. The latest scoops on Dreamcast big titles are published. P10 Tokyo Game Show Fastest Report. P23 New, Revive, Resurrection. P28 Biohazard Code, Veronica. P32 Make an X. P36 Shenmue. P38 Mobile Suit Gundam Gaiden, Colony no Ochita Chide. P42 New, Cool Borders DC, tentative. P48 New, Mobile Battleship Nadesico, tentative. P52 New, Nepachi Las Vegas trip with 10 consecutive wins. P54 New, Let's create an idle Janshi heart, tentative. P58 Street Fighter 03. P6298 Dreamcast Hot Information, Dreamcast New Game Information, Air-Up Kit. Get Base, Elemental Gimmick Gear, Sangokushi VI, 7 Secret Mansions, Frightful Smile, Nobunaga's Ambition Record of the Generals with Power-Up Kit. Gather! Good Held Plow. Guru Hot Springs, New. ALUGULATE, tentative. Morita's Strongest Shogi, Morita's Strongest Reversi, New. Giant Channel, Picks Out. 106 Dreamcast Soft Complete Guide. Master it with thorough walkthroughs. Super Speed Racing, Blue Stinger. The House of the Dead 2, To the North, Heroes. Power Stone / Marvel vs. Capcom, Clash of Superheroes. Aero Dancing, featuring Blue Impulse / Puyo Puyon. This index outlines content from a gaming magazine, featuring Dreamcast and Sega Saturn sections. Dream Magazine Exclusive and Dreamcast Peripheral Story are highlighted series, covering topics like a D2 Shock Warp Cup, a D2 discussion with Kenji Ino and Yuji Sakamoto, and the Radiant Guns development as a Dreamcast peripheral. Sega Saturn information directs readers to Saturn Magazine for Derby Stallion, Data Station, Reader's Race, and software reviews. Dreamcast games are categorized, including titles such as Let's Make an Idle Janshi, Martian Successor Nadesico, Shenmue, Biohazard Code, Veronica, and Marvel vs. Capcom. Sega Saturn games specifically listed are Derby Stallion and Tokimeki Memorial Drama Series Volume 3. The cover illustration is To the North. White Illumination by NOCCI Red and involves Sega and Hudson Soft. Sega and Sega Muse initiated Dreamcast console rentals starting March 25th with the Experience Promotion Kit. This kit, designed exclusively for rental, includes a Dreamcast console, 2 controllers, trial software, Sonic Adventure and Sega Rally 2 inches, and a carrying case. Launching with 1,000 sets at roughly 100 partner shops, the service aims for nationwide expansion. The rental fee is anticipated to be around 500 yen for 2 nights and 3 days. Sega's goal is to increase Dreamcast sales by allowing customers to directly experience its features, particularly games and network capabilities. This direct hardware rental by a console manufacturer is unprecedented, making its impact on Dreamcast's market presence noteworthy. While the trial disc features network-focused titles, users can enjoy other Dreamcast software as well. In promotional changes, Konishi Ki replaces former executive director Yukawa as the face of Dreamcast CFs, starring in advertisements for Yukawa former executive director's treasure hunt. This shift signifies an aggressive marketing approach to boost Dreamcast sales. The CF series, a certain family edition, uses humor to depict the disappointment of failed treasure hunts. Super Speed Racing game events are happening at Aoyama Showroom, starting 27th-28th of this month, and Twin Ring Motegi, April 8th-18th, offering play and time attack contests. The Toy Festival at Tokyo Big Sight showcased spring toys, including voice recognition games. A radio program for Sentimental Graffiti 2 inches will begin next month on TBS Radio, featuring voice actresses. Equus Shibuya 2F hosts a horse racing prediction lecture using Digital Keiba Shinbun My Trackman from April 2nd-4th. Namco Wonder Egg transitioned from 2 to 3, closing 2 on March 31st and opening 3 on April 3rd with Funhouse Express and special events. Namjatown is renewing attractions, adding new elements to Happiness Bell and character stages on weekends/holidays. Pallet Town, a new theme park city in Rinkai Fukutoshin, will open on March 19th, featuring attractions like Mega WEB, Neo Geo World Bayside with a Ferris wheel, and ZEP Tokyo. Neo Geo DJ Station Live 99 in Tokyo captivated fans with voice actors from games like KOF and Samurai Spirits, with a CD and video release planned. A present offer for the Oju-sama Tokyo Graphic Data Collection PlayStation game is announced for 5 winners. Toei Kyoto Egamura is hosting the popular Voice Actor Festival in Kyoto, in celebration of Padios' second anniversary, featuring voice actors across several dates in late March and early April. New music releases include Shinohara Tomoe's Dream and Machine, Cascade's new album, ASKA's Asuka the Best Album, and No Gaylor's Haiwa no Uta. Readers can apply for presents by including personal details and comments by April 8th. This magazine article from Weekly News Landmark announces the Dreamcast's expanded online services. The DC version Web TV launched April 23rd, offering free access via the Microsoft Web TV Connection Kit. President Furukawa emphasized the Dreamcast's role in boosting home internet usage. This version includes unique DC content and an offline demo. Dream Passport is upgraded to Dream Passport 2 inches with plugin support to address user demands for a better browser. Version 2 boasts improved usability with voice guidance, a refined software keyboard, and an image-centric home screen. Dream Flyer, a visual emailer, is integrated into Dream Passport 2, enabling visually rich emails and game-save data attachments. Unique DC features like vibration tags are included in emails. The article concludes with an apology for incorrectly stating VGA support for the GDROM in a previous issue. The Tokyo Game Show 99 Spring, held from March 19th to 21 Stone, heavily featured the Dreamcast Spring launch. The Dreamcast booth was central, showcasing Namco's Soul Calibur and Sega's own titles, considered the show's highlight. Shenmue had its first playable demo, while Seaman, a voice input game, gained surprising popularity. New Dreamcast games were announced. Sega's Let's Play Professional Baseball Team, allowing players to use teams from Yakutsuku, and Riverhill Soft's network-focused simulation, World Neverland plus World Kingdom Story. Riverhill Soft stressed Dreamcast's network strengths for expanding World Neverland, highlighting network features as a major draw for the console. The Tokyo Game Show 99 Spring Dreamcast Big Blitz attracted 18,931 business visitors and highlighted Sega's focus on communication and downloadable content. Sega's booth offered a show-only VM download service for games like Shenmue and Sonic Adventure, promising special in-game items. Dreamcast's online capabilities were promoted, emphasizing communication battles and the upcoming Web TV service, with frame grade trials available. Game showcases included Suyu Daku EV and Jewel Chiao. Kenji Eno promoted D2, teasing its sound and the imminent release of Veronica. Playable titles like King of Fighters Dream Match 1999 and Air Force Delta generated excitement. New software included Nasubi's Room, an online prize contest game, and Super Producers, an artist management simulator. 5 kids' titles were presented to expand Dreamcast's appeal to younger audiences. Akihabara cyber group Patapis and its upcoming Canapan movie were also promoted. The first public day of the Tokyo Game Show 99 Spring on March 20th drew 65,982 visitors. Highlights included the Dangerous Creator Talk Battle, with industry figures from Atlus, Capcom, Climax, and Konami discussing PS2, game creation, and company matters, drawing a lively crowd. SNK announced SNK vs. Capcom for Neo Geo Pocket Color, with card battle and fighting games planned for winter, hinting at Dreamcast connectivity. Atlus hosted the Okada and Kaneko Special Talk, joined by guests from Capcom and Sega, where Biohazard Code Veronica for Dreamcast was announced for a winter release. Namco's playable Dreamcast version of Soul Calibur, though only 30% complete, impressed attendees. Tecmo showcased Dead or Alive 2 inches for Neo-Mi, emphasizing new character battle scenes and advanced real-time rendering, attracting large crowds. Tokyo Game Show 99 Spring, held March 19 to 21, attracted a record 167,448 visitors, exceeding previous events despite increased admission. Highlights included the SoftBank booth showcasing a nostalgic Rent-A-Hero video and a popular Taicha matchmaking event. Hudson's booth promoted To the North with magazine editors and fan interaction. Sega's finale, featuring Gen Yukawa, promoted Dreamcast and concluded with a chaotic balloon drop. New game announcements included Dreamcast titles Mobile Battleship Nadesico and Ring from Kadokawa Shoten, and Nepachi Network Pachinko by Daikoku Denki. While the Sega booth was deemed most engaging, some attendees felt the show lacked overall dynamism, viewing it as a calm before the storm of next-generation consoles. An editorial note clarified that game development staff, not Miyuki Norita, created art for the Revive article. The image shows a lakeside scene with a house and text overlaid on the water. Challenge the giant black bass lurking in the depths of the lake. Bass brimming with dynamism, a super real bass fishing game that captivates everyone from beginners to pros. Sega Enterprises, Limited, 144-853-11212. Haneda, Otaku, Tokyo Dreamcast Support Center. 012-025-8254, reception hours. Monday, Friday, 10 o'clock to 1700, excluding holidays. Sega Entertainment Universe. http://www.sega.co.jp/ Sega Enterprises, Limited 1997-1999. Sega and Dreamcast are trademarks of Sega Enterprises, Limited. This advertisement promotes Get Bass, Sega Bass Fishing for Dreamcast, highlighting its super real bass fishing experience. The game features realistic visuals of a bass jumping in a lakeside setting. It boasts vibration and real functionality for an immersive fishing experience, utilizing a dedicated fishing controller, also sold separately. The game was released on April 1st, year 99, and is available as software alone for 5,800 yen, or bundled with the fishing controller for 9,800 yen. Both prices include tax. Purchasing the software earns Dream Points through the Dream Point Bank program, offering benefits and special offers. Sega also promotes its Dreamcast Partners membership for a 5,000 yen annual fee, promising gifts and the latest information. Contact details are provided for both the Dreamcast Partners and Dream Point Bank programs, along with general Dreamcast inquiries and website addresses for more information. Dreamcast Data Station's Soft Sales Top 10 ranking from Weekly Dreamcast Magazine, dated March 8 to 14, 1999, reveals the top-selling titles. New releases are present, but the overall market is considered to be in its early stages. Monaco Grand Prix Racing Simulation 2 by UBI Soft debuts at number 1, selling 13,693 units. Previous leader Psychic Force 2012, Taito, is now number 2. Puyo Puyon, Sega, sits at number 3. Capcom's Power Stone at number 4 surpasses 100,000 cumulative sales. Aero Dancing, CRI, holds number 5, while Real Sound Wind Regret, Warp, enters as a new title at number 6. Long-term sellers like Sega and Sonic Adventure from Sega remain strong at number 7 and number 9 respectively, showcasing high cumulative sales. Poppin' Music, Konami, and Shenmue Evolution, ESP Sting, also feature in the top 10. The ranking is compiled from various retail sources and magazine surveys. This page presents a Dreamcast game anticipation ranking based on reader questionnaires as of March 26. Anticipated titles top 30 inches highlights the most awaited games, led by Shenmue, Grandia 2, and Biohazard Code. Veronica, which are detailed with screenshots and descriptions emphasizing network, fighting, and human drama aspects for Shenmue, fan expectations for Grandia 2, and high anticipation for Biohazard Code. Veronica's improved visuals. Weekly pickups include Professional Baseball Team, Waasabu, and Revi, Sosei. Games ranked 4th to 30th are listed with titles, developers, release dates, and points. Notable titles within this range include Demon Sword X, Cybertroopers Virtual Allion Oratorio Tangram, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Smaller sections mention Mobile Suit Gundam Nadeshiko, provisional, and Cool Borders DC, provisional. The ranking provides a snapshot of Dreamcast game interest at the time. This Dreamcast Magazine page presents 2 game rankings. The Most Wanted Ports Top 20 Inches lists games readers desire on Dreamcast, ranked by points, with the Sakura Wars series topping the chart, followed by Rent-A-Hero and Final Fantasy series. Sega Saturn titles like Burning Rangers and Knights are prominent, alongside PlayStation titles like Metal Gear Solid and Gran Turismo. The ranking includes arcade games such as Virtua Striker 2 and Daytona USA 2. The video game income ranking Top 15 Inches focuses on top-earning arcade games. Virtua Striker 2, Virtuous 99 leads, followed by Virtua Fighter 3 TB, and Cybertroopers Virtual on Oratorio Tangram. Fighting games like Street Fighter 03, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Soul Calibur are popular, reflecting a resurgence in the genre and synergy with the Dreamcast platform, as noted with upcoming Dreamcast port Dead or Alive 2. This Japanese magazine page details the Dreamcast release schedule, dividing software and hardware by expected release dates. Software titles are listed for this summer, this autumn, this winter, specific months from April 1999 to January 2000, and undecided dates. Summer releases include titles like Soul Calibur and Speedbusters. Autumn highlights Biohazard Code, Veronica, and Shenmue Chapter 2. Winter features Berserk and Rayman 2. Specific monthly releases are listed chronologically, starting with April 1999's Get Bass, and extending to January 2000 with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Many titles have tentative names. Hardware peripherals listed are the ASC-2 Mission Stick in April 1999, and a fishing controller and microphone device slated for release within 1999, with undecided dates. Lastly, other related products are listed, including titles like Street Fighter 03 and Martian successor Nadesico. Dreamcast Magazine's Reader Race 13 Inches presents reader-judged Dreamcast game rankings. Readers rate all released Dreamcast software on a 10-level scale, and average scores are published weekly. Rankings are considered reliable with 10-plus votes, serving as a reference for purchase. The current ranking, Race 13, as of March 26, 27 games total, is topped by Sega Rally 2 Inches and Sonic Adventure. New entries include Real Sound Cause No Regret, 3rd, and Monaco Grand Prix Racing Simulations 2 Inches, 13th, with reader comments provided for these new titles. Sonic Adventure is celebrated for maintaining the top rank for 10 consecutive weeks, a first for the reader poll. The magazine also lists upcoming Dreamcast games, available for voting in the next race. This article from Dori Maga reviews new Dreamcast software and peripherals. Aero Dancing featuring Blue Impulse ranks 5th, praised for accessible controls and aerial acrobatics, though criticized for challenging missions and desiring better music and controls. Psychic Force 2012 is 8th, lauded for graphics and combat depth, with some concerns about strong AI and missing features from the PlayStation version. Readers express anticipation for games like Dynamite Deca 2. Dreamcast peripherals are ranked, with Puru Puru Pack topping the list. The article introduces prediction games, where readers guess the scores for Get Bass and Super Speed Racing to win prizes. Winners of past predictions and general prize draws are announced, and readers are invited to participate in the reader race. Weekly Dreamcast Soft Review previews upcoming software, using a 1 to 10 scoring system, where 7 to 8 suggests a purchase, and 9 to 10 is highly recommended. Reviews are provided from different perspectives: female users, for beginners; lead writers, for potential buyers; and guest writers, for experienced players. This week features REI, female, Uma Nami Rayan Gan, lead, and Manjiro, guest. The featured software is Get Bass, a fishing simulation game for Dreamcast, released April 1st, priced at 5,800 yen. It's compatible with fishing controllers, rumble packs, and VGA boxes. Sample completion was 100% on normal difficulty, resulting in an average score of 7.0. Reviewers praise its realistic fish movement and home mode, especially with the optional fishing controller set, 9,800 yen, enhancing the arcade-like casting and fighting experience, although the controller itself is also discussed separately as a new peripheral. Also mentioned is President Yumikawa's Treasure Hunt, already on sale. Finally, there are introductions to the reviewers, detailing their gaming preferences. Revive, a trap adventure game, was promoted at Tokyo Game Show 99 Spring. Despite initial uncertainty, Dreamcast was announced as the platform at the Datum East booth. The producer highlighted the game's system and characters, attracting press attention. Revive is the newest in the trap adventure series, challenging players to escape locked rooms using items and solving mysteries. The TGS report revealed main characters, game screens, developer interviews, and storyboards. Developers producer Yamamoto, director Takahashi, and scenario writer Inaba announced the Dreamcast platform, showed a demo video symbolizing the game's narrative, and expressed their release goal for the year. The event also celebrated costume contest winners alongside the game announcement. Confined Space is a trap adventure game where players solve mysteries in confined spaces using items to rescue trapped girls. Player choices drive a branching narrative, impacting the ending and characters' fates. The goal is to escape and save the girls, who open up to the protagonist as he tries to rescue them. Key characters include Sasahara Masumi, a cheerful researcher; Hojo Chihiro, a quiet, perceptive middle schooler; Kanda Tomoyuki, a popular elite worker potentially central to the plot; Hojo Yoshitsugu, the former director of the research institute setting; and Takano Raiko, a proud, intelligent researcher. Gameplay involves commands like talk and investigate to interact with characters and the environment, advancing the story and the rescue mission. Revive is a game featuring two key gameplay mechanics: DSR, direct search reaction, and TDS, trap divergence system. DSR involves clicking anywhere to trigger reactions and discover items by investigating specific locations, like finding a piece of something at the water tap in the garage. TDS introduces branching storylines and trap solving, offering great success alongside success and failure based on item usage. The game features three main characters: Hodaka Yuzuki, a shy student yearning for escape; Mizutani Nao, an energetic student with a hidden secret and complex family issues; and Ogawa Kiharu, the quiet heroine and protagonist's stepsister, grieving her mother. Voice actresses highlight each character's traits. Hodaka is brave, Nakao holds a key, and Kiharu is mature with hidden depths. This interview with Revive's developers reveals details about the upcoming title. The team chose the Dreamcast DC as its platform due to its advanced hardware, strong 2D capabilities, analog controllers, and pointer functionality. Development is approximately 26% complete, with the scenario finished and basic programming underway, currently focusing on character details and traps. While Revive isn't connected to previous titles in terms of story, it will retain the series' signature dark atmosphere. The game concept centers on exploring complex emotions and realistic human responses within a heavy narrative, avoiding simplistic resolutions and emphasizing character psychology. Developers are currently challenged by crafting non-explanatory dialogue to maintain mood and balancing trap difficulty to be convincingly challenging for a broad player base. The development team includes producer Yamamoto Akihiro, director Takahashi Hiroshi, and scenario writer Inaba Hirotaka, all veterans with notable past works. Revive is presented as a game with a scenario focused on complex character relationships and emotional depth, moving away from simple, incident-based plots of previous series. A key character is deeply involved in the central truth, making simple solutions impossible. Gameplay is more complex with a three-tiered success system: great success, success, failure, replacing the previous binary system. The game boasts enhanced sound, including a headphone mode for immersive 3D audio. Voice actors are utilized to quickly establish character charm. Developers emphasize seeing characters as individuals capable of affecting the game world and promise multiple endings, exceeding the number in prior installments. A giveaway of game show merchandise is announced for 3 lucky postcard entrants, expressing excitement for Revive and its Dreamcast release. This promotional page for Biohazard Code. Veronica highlights the game's prologue, allure, and connection to previous Biohazard titles. Set 3 years after the Raccoon City destruction by the T-Virus, the story follows Claire Redfield's search for her brother Chris in Europe. Captured and taken to a prison facility, Claire's story unfolds as the highly anticipated Code Veronica. The page details Claire's background as a Raccoon City survivor from Biohazard 2 and links her quest to Chris's pursuit of Umbrella from the original Biohazard. While Chris and other STARS members' whereabouts are unknown, Claire's investigation leads her to a remote, geographically isolated location, possibly a prison island, emphasizing the survival horror elements inherent in the Biohazard series. This promotional material showcases Capcom's Biohazard, Resident Evil series, and Dino Crisis as Capcom horror tracks, emphasizing Biohazard Code Veronica. A key advancement in Veronica is its full polygon backgrounds, enabling cinematic camera movements and bridging the quality gap between pre-rendered scenes and real-time gameplay, fulfilling Mikami's cinematic vision. Lighting is highlighted as essential for horror atmosphere, with Dreamcast's lighting capabilities being a significant asset. Dreamcast specular processing allows for realistic light effects like muzzle flashes, a marked improvement over previous consoles. The text briefly introduces the original Biohazard, 1996, marking the debut of Chris and Jill, and Biohazard 2 Inches, 1998, set in Raccoon City, and introducing Leon and Claire. Dino Crisis, 1999, while separate from Biohazard, is presented as a comparable polygon-based horror game by Mikami. This Dreamcast special report page for Code Veronica poses 3 riddles. Firstly, it questions what weapons will appear, suggesting a wide variety due to Claire's experience and the prison setting, potentially including a rocket launcher. Confirmed weapons include handgun, knife, and shotgun, similar to previous titles. It predicts the return of weapons like the bow gun, grenade gun, and Gatling gun. Secondly, it explores control schemes on the Dreamcast, anticipating directional pad movement and button-based camera control due to analog stick limitations. Dreamcast gun compatibility and the R button as a trigger are also predicted. Finally, it ponders the return of past characters, considering Umbrella's role and mentioning Chris, Claire's brother, as likely. Ada's possible involvement as a spy within Umbrella is also speculated, alongside the potential introduction of new characters. The page emphasizes anticipation for these elements within Code Veronica. This article from early coverage of Biohazard Code Veronica speculates on various game aspects. It questions if the T-virus will return, similar to previous games, due to the presence of zombies, while considering the possibility of G-virus creatures or even new viruses. Claire Redfield's slightly altered costume is noted, prompting theories about model changes or design choices potentially related to in-game events, like a possible zombie ribbon scene influencing her outfit. The article also wonders about bonus features like communication and downloadable content, specifically new weapons to enhance replayability. VM minigames are discussed, with suggestions like shooting training or a humorous zombie gathering game. Tokyo Game Show footage revealed diverse environments, from castles to modern settings, and showcased new enemies alongside zombies, such as insects, wall-climbing monsters, and hunters, offering a glimpse into the game's scope, though without event scenes. Screenshots accompanied the text, depicting Claire in varied locations fighting diverse enemies and showing the Capcom booth at the game show. This magazine advertisement announces the game Maken X for Dreamcast, scheduled for release in 1999 by Atlas. The ad uses the tagline, "I saw it, I touched it, it moved!" and features a special report section highlighting the game's debut at a spring game show. An Atlas producer mentioned earlier limitations in showing movement, making the game show reveal significant. Advertised as an adventure game with an undecided price, Maken X is promoted with the headline, "Abnormal beings are now starting to move," emphasizing the playable demo at the show, which offered a glimpse into the game's system. The ad also notes changes from previous introductions, specifically mentioning the addition of a new gauge in the bottom right of the screen. The advertisement is page 32 and includes a copyright notice for ATLUS 1999, clarifying that screenshots are from a development build. Maken X game preview showcases the aerial Fortress Linkerdon stage. This stage is the mysterious airship where the heroine, whose mind is merged with a demonic sword, pursues her father. Her father was taken overseas from a research institute, and she uses the fortress as transport, suggesting this is the story's prologue. The stage features narrow passageways with rooms harboring armed enemies, emphasizing tense combat where projectile deflection is key. Beyond the passageways lies a visually stunning lounge with glass walls and ceilings, leading to a warehouse area. Here, players encounter large enemies that fill the screen and projectile-based weapons, including a large cannon whose shots can be struck back with the demonic sword. The stage combines close-quarters combat in corridors with larger encounters in open areas, highlighting both enemy variety and the environment's visual appeal. Maken X for Dreamcast features a combat system with several key elements. The autofocus system displays enemy stamina with a red gauge and a circular reticle, and allows for quick maneuvers to the enemy's flank. Defeating enemies yields yin-yang-like recovery items that restore stamina, and potentially other effects. A brainjack gauge at the bottom right enables charge attacks when filled, by holding the attack button, releasing a powerful Maken projectile. Defense is crucial, with the Maken being used to block attacks, Evasion is also emphasized, with autofocus enabling quick circling movements. The game balances offense and defense, offering a range of strategic actions in battles. Make an X game show version showcases meticulously detailed graphics and dynamic world design, with expectations for further quality enhancements to backgrounds and 60 FPS character animations by Kazuma Kaneko. The demo is a prologue, hinting at a vast world beyond the initial indoor setting, including European and Southeast Asian locations. An emergency report gathered gamer impressions at the Spring Game Show. Players praised the beautiful graphics and smooth movements, finding the initially complex controls manageable after playing and appreciating the cast function. Some hoped for more sword techniques and improved enemy AI. Overall, first impressions were positive, expressing excitement for the game's future development and anticipating the full product after experiencing the show version's flexibility. This Dreamcast special report announces Shenmue as the most anticipated game, highlighting its Tokyo Game Show '99 spring debut. The Sega booth was crowded for the unveiling on March 19th, where the first Shenmue footage was shown by presenter Chai, with a mention of Yu Suzuki involved from overseas. Playable demos included FreeQuest and QTE, Free Battle, QTE Battle, and the newly revealed Technique Instruction Mode, which was extremely popular and featured Tom demonstrating moves. The report culminates in the announcement of Shenmue's official release date, August 5th, Thursday. Additionally, the event featured Hazuki-chan, a character mascot, and the start of the Atsumete Shenmue service, distributing chibi character data downloads, with initial data available at the show for a planned total of 16 characters. Exclusive Shenmue merchandise like CDs, videos, pamphlets, and Network Jungle 2 tickets were also distributed to attendees. Yu Suzuki announced the delay of Shenmue's release to August 5, 1999, titling it Shenmue Chapter 1 Yokosuka. He also revealed plans for Shenmue 2 Tentative to follow later that year. Despite being Chapter 1, the game is promised to be extensive, offering over 12 hours of gameplay, with save data transferable to the sequel. Suzuki envisions Shenmue as a serialized saga, potentially spanning 16 chapters, influenced by success and player feedback. A playable demo features 4 modes: FreeQuest, Free Battle, QTE Battle, and Technique Instruction. Players can experience this demo at Joyopolis locations, March 24th to April 4th, and the Tokyo Network Jungle 2 event, May 1st-3rd. These events offer a chance to preview the game and see the latest developments. This page depicts a Dreamcast special report titled Pursuit, Dreamcast version Gundam Side Story, also labeled as Special Report. The page highlights Gundam Rise from the Ashes Side Story 0079. It mentions Threat Looming, Zaku's Mono-Eye. Game details include Bandai, scheduled for June release, 6,800 yen, 3D shooting. The section Main Flow Before Launch is introduced. The setting is described as In the Land Where the Colony Fell. The briefing section, also marked as briefing, is present with the subtitle Listen to the outline of this operation. The character Stanley Hawkins is introduced. The text describes him as You will receive instructions for the next operation from Colonel Stanley, Commander of the Australian Forces, who is your direct superior. The objectives vary from stage to stage, from enemy units to escorting allies. The description of Stanley Hawkins continues. He is capable, but gives the impression of lacking flexibility, and is not very trusted by the military high command. However, his attitude towards his subordinates is not unpleasant, typical of high-ranking officials, and he has the strong trust of his subordinates. A BIC System Battle Integration Control System screen is shown, displaying briefing, and Stanley Hawkins from F. Praise Base. Stage objects, including tall buildings, are nearing completion, creating realistic cityscapes with detailed textures made possible by improved hardware. Combat now features hiding behind buildings for tactical advantages and surprise attacks, but visibility is reduced, increasing the risk of unseen enemy fire. Indiscriminate destruction of buildings in urban environments might lead to penalties, similar to score reductions for damaging facilities in past games. Players can customize weapons and perform modifications in the garage, managed by Bob Rock, a trusted but talkative mechanic who may offer powerful weapons as the game progresses. The mailbox serves as a hub for gathering stage-specific information like radio broadcasts and ally conversations, which can be strategically valuable. Once preparations are complete, players are ready to sortie. This page depicts a Dreamcast special report. Battlefield, Blue lightning running through. Capture the appearance of the Xeon Ace, who will become the player's rival, Vish Donahue. Vish, the Xeon Ace, who can be said to be another protagonist in the Australian front, described in this Gaiden side story, known by the moniker Lightning of the Wasteland. He is expected to be the biggest obstacle in this operation. Also, unlike the hateful rival Nimbus from the previous work, he seems to be a rival worthy of being called a worthy opponent. He uses the Dom as his favorite mobile suit, and excels in blitzkrieg tactics that make the most of mobility. His tactics are reasonable, and it is said that even when sortieing with the same fuel and the same number of bullets, he can fight for twice the time of other soldiers and destroy 3 times as many enemies. This text describes the MS-07 Golf, a Xeon mobile suit designed as an advanced Zaku successor for anti-mobile suit combat. Specialized for close-quarters engagements, the Goof boasts enhanced mobility, a heat rod, and increased armaments for short to medium ranges. Key specs include an 18.2 meters height, 58.5 T weight, and super hard steel alloy armor. Notably, it overwhelmed the Gundam in early tests. The text also details a game system where players command a platoon of 3 mobile suits and a hover truck. Players can issue commands like move, search, attack, and guard to allies via a command screen. The hover truck has underground sonar. Combat styles are categorized as short, close combat, middle, medium range, and long-range artillery. Finally, a comic giveaway by character designer Motofumi Kobayashi is announced, with applications due by April 9th. This page depicts an advertisement for the game Cool Borders Evolution for Dreamcast, featuring a male character in snowboarding gear and screenshots of in-game snowboarding action. Dreamcast Special Report. Cool Borders Evolution DC. This title, which broke its silence of about half a year since its announcement last year, reappeared at the Tokyo Game Show '99 spring, bringing with it various new elements that surpassed the previous series. Snowboarding will finally dance gracefully in the sky on Dreamcast this summer. Dream. New. Special Report. Web system. Scheduled for release this summer. Price undetermined. Sports game. UEP systems. Snowboard. Neo Geo Pocket linked. Rumble Pack compatible. Makyo. First consumer game. As a snowboarding game, the Cool Borders series has been released and has gained high support. The latest DC version was announced and then remained silent. But finally, a demo version was shown at the Tokyo Game Show, and its appearance is that of a snowman riding a snowboard and gliding on the snowy surface. Cool Borders. 1998, UEP System, Inc., all rights reserved. This page depicts screenshots from the video game Cool Borders DC, showing a snowboarder performing tricks like a tail grab and trick in a snowy mountain environment. The game interface elements are visible, displaying time and score. Cool Borders DC, tail grab, trick, beautiful snow dust dances with the cast. Consumer's first snowboarding game. A groundbreaking system and beautiful trick representation received favorable reviews at the time. System-wise, it has been carried over into subsequent series. 1 onwards, further operability is made easier to understand, and graphics have also evolved, with content that escapes the frame of conventional snowboarding games and has become the standard for snowboarding games. By the way, from around this time, other similar genre products began to appear. This work, which is the third in the series, uses a web system as its base, and is a work produced by a foreign studio of SCE. Perhaps because of this, it has an atmosphere of overseas software more than 2, and has become a product that can be taken for granted in the world. What's Cool Borders? Dreamcast is pushing the boundaries of snowboard games with its high specs, enabling new elements and realistic experiences. The game aims for movie-quality visuals, focusing on effects like twilight and realistic snow rendering to enhance presence through light and shadow. Trick execution is streamlined for easier combos and a more engaging flow. Motion is emphasized with 1/60th frames, allowing for detailed and smooth character animations even at high speeds, a feat previously unattainable in snowboard games. The enhanced polygon mesh ensures realistic motion and dynamic, speedy gameplay. This title promises a significant leap forward for the genre on Dreamcast. This gaming magazine page previews Cool Borders DC's Unreal Course feature, highlighting its diverse and engaging course design. Unlike previous games focused solely on speed, Cool Borders DC offers courses ranging from city streets to rooftops, emphasizing creative riding and freedom. New elements include destructible environments, allowing players to smash through buildings and obstacles like signboards to create shortcuts and expand course possibilities. Beyond speed, the game incorporates various obstacles like crossing sheep, stairs, falling rocks, and even cave environments that may collapse. These elements require players to overcome challenges and test skills beyond just speed and tricks, promising a thrilling and unprecedented snowboarding experience. This interview previews the Dreamcast version of Cool Borders, currently 20% complete. Developer Kuraoka explains the move to Dreamcast was driven by the desire to innovate and utilize the console's capabilities. The team is focusing on realistic movement and sliding, pushing the boundaries of what's possible on the Dreamcast. A key change is the shift to analog controls, allowing for more nuanced board control and smoother trick execution. The game will feature larger pipes and half pipes to enhance the exhilarating feeling of snowboarding and enable more complex tricks. While the number of stages may be slightly less than Cool Borders 3, each stage will be richer with varied gameplay elements. The developers aim to balance realistic snowboarding with engaging gameplay, prioritizing fun and interesting situations. A Neo Geo Pocket version is also in development, with potential connectivity to the Dreamcast game being explored. This page depicts a special interview about Cool Borders DC. The page introduces 3 staff members involved in the game's development. First is Kimiaki Kurashima, the producer. Next is Kakuyuki Kono, the director and graphics designer. Tana. And lastly, Yasutaka Osato, in charge of planning. The interview headline reads, "It's not just about the spirit of the originator, but we want you to see that we know what we're doing." The interview discusses the game's direction, moving towards a more entertainment-focused approach compared to previous titles. They talk about incorporating unexpected elements, like obstacles and shortcuts, aiming for a captivating game experience. Visual aspects are emphasized, including the replay feature using visual memory. They mention leveraging the Dreamcast capabilities to deliver impressive visuals and performance, striving to create something truly captivating. The team is conscious of other snow mountain games and aims to demonstrate their understanding of the genre, expressing confidence in their game. Another section is headlined, "Is there also synchronization between music and the game?" This part of the interview touches upon the use of character-specific image music in the game, where each of the 6 planned characters has their own theme song which may play as BGM. The interview hints at a deeper integration between the music and gameplay, though details are still being finalized. More information will be revealed in future issues, and they ask readers to look forward to it. At the bottom, a bold red statement declares, "We will definitely not lose." This page depicts a promotional advertisement for a Dreamcast game. Dreamcast Special Report. Nadeshiko returns to the battle space. Nadeshiko's greatest weapon, the Gravity Blast, is fired. A powerful battle scene unfolds in a polygon field. A unique crew creates serious and love comedy drama, Mobile Battleship Nadeshiko. The Dreamcast version story is an after-story of the movie version, where Eureka was rescued and Akito set off. Sega's Saturn version, Mobile Battleship Nadeshiko, The Blank of 3 Years, was content connecting the TV version and movie version, but this work is a sequel to the movie version. Like the movie version, director Tatsuo Sato supervises, and Zebek handles the animation part. This is Nadeshiko's real latest work. Game details are still unclear, but character designer Keiji Goto is scheduled to draw new characters. Future information will be checked as well. The latest work by the movie staff is coming to Dreamcast. Mobile Battleship Nadeshiko, tentative. Special report. New. Kadokawa Shoten especially. Scheduled for release in summer '99. Price undecided simulation adventure. 1 player only. Popular anime, Mobile Battleship Nadeshiko, is coming to Dreamcast. From TV anime to comics, then games, the world of Nadeshiko is expanding. Speaking of DC version, last summer's acclaimed movie version Mobile Battleship Nadeshiko, Original Staff's Hand, the sequel in fact. Let's introduce the burning content soon. This page depicts Electronic Fairy and exciting development 2. The setting of this work is sometime after the coup d'etat by the successors of Mars was suppressed by the activities of the mobile battleship Nadeshiko C and Hoshino Ruri. The protagonist is none other than the new captain of the mobile battleship Nadesico. While commanding the crew, who are quirky and complicated, they must also pilot the mobile weapon Estevalis. In the adventure part, you can develop a lovey-dovey relationship with the female crew members, who are a specialty of Nadesico. But the situation suddenly changes. Ruri says, "Let's give it a try boldly." Familiar crew and adventure. Ines Fressange, developer of the phase transition engine Vagabond, mounted on the Nadesico. She has a past of being on Mars long ago. For some reason, she has a personality that wants to rely on the protagonist. Haruka Minato, born on Jupiter, Nadesico's guardian role, who fell in love with her brother's enemy, Death. Yukina Shiratori, a girl born through genetic manipulation. In the TV series, she boarded as an operator of Nadesico. She was more popular than Bakasawagi and Eureka, but this time she seems to be more like an operator. Movie version characters also appear, of course. New characters also appear, of course. Continuing from the movie version are Saburota Takasugi and Makibi Hari, who was born through genetic manipulation just like Ruri. This game features intense 3D battles using polygon graphics, centered around Estebilisu humanoid weapons and Nadesico battleships developed by Nergal Heavy Industries. Players take on the role of captain and rookie pilot, commanding allies and fighting enemy fleets throughout the story. Battle scenes, rendered using Dreamcast capabilities, feature large, three-dimensional ships and robots. The gameplay blends battle and adventure elements, with communication during combat transitioning to adventure segments. Key characters include the operator Hoshino Ruri, Vice Captain Takasugi Saburota, and Estebilisu pilots Subaru Ryuko, Maki Izumi, and Amano Hikaru, each with distinct personalities and backgrounds carried over from a TV series. Players strengthen their ships and maintain Estebilisu units. A magazine page about mobile battleship Nadesico questions whether the enemies are Mokuren, the integrated army, or a new threat. It highlights a shift in military power, with the Space Force suspended and potentially absorbed by the integrated army, now the main force, against the Mokuren. New mecha designs are introduced. The Bata, a popular Mokuren aerial/ground unmanned weapon. The Gioro, a new crab-shaped Mokuren unmanned weapon for long-range attacks. And the Rokuren, a Martian successor's mobile weapon with one-way boson jumps. The page questions if the Martian successors have returned, following Kusakabe's failed coup to control the Earth sphere, suggesting the threat remains. Finally, it teases a mysterious giant robot from the N series, equipped with a phase transition engine and battleship-like armaments, resembling the Meijin. Nepachi is a groundbreaking pachinko simulator for Dreamcast that brings the pachinko parlor experience home, complete with real prizes. Unlike typical simulators, Nepachi connects online, allowing players to win prizes, including a Las Vegas trip for over 10 consecutive chan, with a yearly prize pool of 10 million yen. It features a wide range of pachinko machines, from current popular models to past hits, and even a secret, unannounced machine launching simultaneously in parlors. Beyond prize winnings, Nepachi serves as a perfect simulator, accurately reproducing machine data and parlor hit records, ideal for beginners and practice. It also offers real-time parlor information and a web magazine function for strategy and machine details, ensuring players are well informed. Scheduled for release in November '99 at 5,800 yen, Nepachi is poised to revolutionize home pachinko gaming. Araki Toshihide from Daikoku Electric discusses their network-compatible pachinko game for Dreamcast. Motivated by the desire to add fun to information tools and address the lack of real prizes in conventional pachinko games, Daikoku Electric leveraged Dreamcast's network capabilities to create a virtual pachinko hall experience at home. Players connect online, choose a hall and machine, utilizing Daikoku's data robo technology for realism and jackpot information. The game features a system with potential for large virtual prizes and hints at future possibilities, like eCash integration in real halls. Registration and participation are free, included in the software price, ensuring legal compliance. Araki emphasizes the goal of bringing the authentic pachinko hall feeling home, offering a future amusement experience through Dreamcast. Daikoku Electric, known for pachinko information tools like Data Robo and Pokero, and LCD parts development, aims to revolutionize home pachinko entertainment. Breaking news from Tokyo Game Show. 99 Spring announces a new Tsuchipai game for Dreamcast. Let's Make Idol Janshi Tsuchipai. Tentative title. Zuleiko is developing the mahjong game, currently at 2% completion. with release date and price undecided. Hints about the Dreamcast title were hidden in a bonus CD with the Saturn game Idol Janshi Tsuchipai Secret Album. No screenshots of the Dreamcast version are available yet, but Jaleco promises consumer-specific gameplay is in development. Separately, an arcade version titled Tsuchipai 2i, tentative, for the Naomi board is slated for May to June, featuring high-resolution graphics, online battles, and 2 undressing scenes per character. Screenshots shown are from the arcade version, not the Dreamcast one. This game introduces 3 new characters, designed by Kenichi Sonoda-sensei, for the Super Real Mahjong series. First is Nanami Saotome, a strong-willed character who uses a computer for Mahjong and prioritizes technology. Second is Seira Sudsu, the founder of the Janmar order religion, depicted as serious and pure but with a narrow perspective, believing miracles occur through prayer. Lastly, Chiru Saotome, seemingly childish but of age, is introduced as Nanami's sister. The game continues the series' tradition of expressive characters, with upgraded animations for blinking and mouth movements. The expressions change dynamically with the game situation. This is for the arcade version Super Real Mahjong P2i, provisional. Hear from Kazato Takanori, the parent of the Suchi series. Introduces Kazato Takanori, JALECO's Deputy Section Chief, Planner, and Scenario Writer behind the Super Casino and Tsuchipai series. The article details his hands-on approach to game development, from initial planning and cost estimation to scenario creation, where he personally writes about 80%. User feedback, especially postcards, is a significant motivator for Kazato, driving his dedication and influencing game improvements. He values both praise and criticism, seeing them as signs of user engagement. Collaboration is key. He emphasizes working closely with designers like Sonoda Kenichi and voice actors, valuing their input and fostering a team environment. His secret trick for silly scenes is creating short, impactful skits highlighting character. The article lists his game history, noting titles like Idol Janshi Tsuchipai Special and Game Tengoku. Idol Janshi Tsuchipai 2 is his most memorable work. Kazato's impressive output reflects his strong work ethic since the Super Casino series' inception, transitioning from arcade mahjong to home consoles and marking the start of the Sonoda Tsuchipai era. The article concludes with anticipation for his future projects. This article delves into the Super Pachinko Tsuchipai video game series, revealing development secrets and game details. Interviews with staff member Kazato uncover humorous origins of hidden audio in CD tracks, animation challenges for openings, and the specialized roles within the development team. Promotional strategies and fan engagement are also discussed. The upcoming Dreamcast version, Super Pachinko 2i, boasts enhanced graphics and complete arcade content. Kazato shares insights into the game's design philosophy, aiming for a balance between fan service, humor, and entertainment, while acknowledging the difficulty of pleasing everyone. The article highlights the series' history, with descriptions of titles like Beautiful Girl Soldier Super Pachinko, SFC, Idol Soldier Super Pachinko Special, SS, Game Heaven, SS, and Super Pachinko Adventure Doki Doki Nightmare. Finally, a contest for a Super Pachinko mini paper backpack is announced. This promotional advertisement previews the Dreamcast port of Capcom's popular arcade fighting game, Street Fighter 03. Promising a perfect arcade port plus alpha, the Dreamcast version aims for near-identical reproduction of the arcade experience, leveraging the console's high specifications. It's touted to surpass even the Sega Saturn port in quality, a key factor for potential Dreamcast owners. Notably, characters Fei Long and DJ, previously exclusive to the PlayStation consumer version, will be immediately available on the Dreamcast, not hidden. Slated for a summer release at 5,800 yen, the Versus Fighter will also be compatible with a Rumble Pack, enhancing gameplay. The game was reported to be 40% complete at the time of this advertisement. This promotional page highlights the home version of Street Fighter 03, focusing on the Dreamcast release. It confirms that game modes from the arcade version, including the hidden dramatic battle mode where 2 players team up against a CPU opponent, will be fully reproduced. Furthermore, hidden modes like classical mode and serious mode are also expected to be faithfully included. All hidden characters from the PlayStation version, such as Fei Long, DJ, T-Hawk, Guile, Satsui Ryu, Shin Akuma, and consumer version Bison, are anticipated to be available from the start in the Dreamcast version. The page hints at the possibility of even more hidden characters exclusive to the Dreamcast release. The Dreamcast version of 03 introduces groundbreaking online play via its communication function, enabling nationwide player interaction and skill showcases. This signifies a shift towards online home console gaming. The game also enhances the World Tour mode from the PlayStation version, significantly expanding the ISM Plus system. Players develop personalized My ISM characters by strategically combining numerous ISM Plus abilities, customizing their fighters' strengths and weaknesses. These abilities range from defensive boosts to combo enhancements. While the Dreamcast version is feature-rich, details on the Saturn version remain unclear, raising concerns about feature parity despite Capcom's Saturn porting history. This magazine article previews Street Fighter 03, emphasizing its online functionalities. Screenshots showcase characters like E Honda, Sagat, Guy, and Sakura in action. The Saikyo-style dojo facilitates rank progression through online battles. Players download ranked characters, fight, and upload results to gain certification and climb the score ranking, updated every 3 days. A notice board serves as a community forum for player opinions and information exchange. Dreamcast visual memory support is uncertain but anticipated due to online features, mirroring the PS version's Pocket Station for minigames. Excitement surrounds new ISM Plus abilities for the DC version, with suggested additions including always counter hits, LV3 super combos for LV1 cost, super armor, and character transformations. Get Bass for Dreamcast is nearing release and is designed for both serious and beginner bass fishing enthusiasts. A key feature is the dedicated fishing controller, which enhances realism. Unlike standard controllers, it features a reel handle for line winding and adjustment, and rod movements for lure actions. The controller's vibration pack simulates rod weight and fighting sensations. Operability is highlighted through 4 key actions: casting, using wrist snap; lure action, fine-tuned with analog key; hooking, quick rod lift; and reeling. Response varies with bass size. Caution advised due to no drag function. The controller aims to replicate real bass fishing experiences, offering precise and immersive gameplay. This promotional page highlights a Dreamcast fishing game centered around the thrill of catching exceptionally large fish, Super Big. Gameplay revolves around exploring various fishing locations, presented within an arcade mode of 4 stages. Each stage offers distinct environments and fishing challenges. The first stage, Lodge Boat Dock, is beginner-friendly with shallow waters and visible fish shadows, making it easy to spot bass near the boat dock. Stage 2, Cape Bay, is a wider area requiring precise casting due to less visible fish shadows amidst small fish schools. Pier and moored boat areas are suggested fishing spots. Inlet, Watergate, the competition's final area, features deep water and hidden underwater structures like tetrapods, where large bass may lurk, emphasizing lure selection based on terrain. The last area, Big Fish Lurking, again emphasizes the Watergate as a key point with deep water, requiring careful lure and time consideration for catching large fish. This promotional page for a Dreamcast fishing game focuses on its unique consumer mode, differentiating it from the arcade mode. Consumer mode is tournament-based, challenging players of all skill levels to compete on total base weight. It offers home use enhancements absent in arcade mode, such as playable female characters and the removal of fish shadows for increased difficulty. Tournaments range from amateur to classic, following a 5-day cycle with time-sensitive fishing periods, morning, noon, evening, demanding strategic lure choices based on bass habitats. Players can track their progress through fishing logs, lure collections, and trophies. Compared to arcade mode, consumer mode introduces new stages, dynamic weather, and the ability to change fishing spots mid-game, enriching the gameplay experience. Success in tournaments requires skillful fishing to meet evaluation points and advance, ultimately aiming to become a top-tier angler in the SBFA Amateur Tournament Series, with Rego being the next challenge. This game features personal data and practice modes. Personal data mode in consumer mode allows players to review their game progress. Key modes within personal data include diary to track fishing results, weather, fish size, tackle box for lure inventory and usage tips, data to view earned trophies, and ranking to check tournament standings and points. Practice mode enables players to hone their skills by simulating various fishing conditions. Players can select from 3 areas: boat dock, cape, sluice gate, 3 times of day, morning, noon, evening, and 3 weather conditions: sunny, cloudy, rainy. This mode is designed to help players understand base behavior in different environments and improve their fishing techniques. This page depicts a futuristic game advertisement. Top banner. New information. Dreamcast. Hot information. Left text box title. The city covered in cold steel. Metal heaven. Left text box body. Metal heaven exists on a high tower. There are many buildings covered with smooth metal. In the past, the culture level of those who lived in this place can be guessed from these artifacts. Right text box. At that time, what was used in metal heaven was a mystery, but now, it silently breathes and hides its figure. In its current state, it somehow feels divine. Perhaps the identity of the thieves who call metal heaven paradise can be understood. Bottom large text. In front of Leon who defeated Maximum, Metal Heaven, Elemental Gimmick Gear. Copyright information, 1999, Hudson Soft. Birthday, 1995-99. This Japanese magazine advertisement promotes Hudson's Action RPG, set to release on May 27 for 5,800 yen. The game takes place in Metal Heaven, a metallic, industrial town nicknamed Paradise by thieves who have occupied it. Originally a research base for ruins, Metal Heaven is now weakly secured and overrun by thieves. While they see it as paradise, the text suggests it's far from it for ordinary people. Researchers are trapped there, potentially holding clues to Fogena's rampage and needing rescue. The game promises challenging traps, starting from Metal Heaven. The advertisement highlights the dangers within the town, like belt conveyors, and teases a hidden truth revealed by residents. The ad boasts 100% completion, and the maker expresses hope for positive reviews after the long and costly 6-year development. Metal Heaven, despite its name, is a lawless prison town ruled by thieves, not a paradise. Originally a research base built around a mysterious stone pillar in Fogna, it's now occupied by criminals who oppress the scientist residents. These scientists were initially there to study the pillar, but are now under house arrest by thieves led by Juji, who maintains the lie that Metal Heaven is a paradise. The player needs to navigate this dangerous location, uncover the purpose of the central building by listening to the researchers, and find a higher-level access chip to unlock deeper areas of Fogna. To liberate the researchers and potentially earn rewards, the player must infiltrate the EGG factory, defeat the thieves, and confront Juji. An EGG cannon in the area allows access to otherwise unreachable locations. Enemy EGGs are produced in a factory and are the primary enemies. They come in various forms, including Waterhead EGGs that are endlessly generated, and Gatling EGGs, which are heavily armed and offensive. Manned surveillance EGGs, used by thieves, are dangerous when in groups. The factory itself is a hazardous zone, with blast furnaces constantly producing EGGs, and terrain filled with traps like surveillance gun emplacements and bonbon. Players must navigate these dangers, utilizing brains, spirit dash to overcome traps like bonbon, and rely on their own abilities and EGG's power. The ultimate objective is to infiltrate and destroy the thieves' base, the EGG factory, amidst strict security measures. Dr. Procyon and Dr. Lyra Garrell spearheaded EGG mass production efforts. Initially, production was costly and time-consuming. Dr. Procyon's discovery of pressure clay and its pressure-sensitive elements revolutionized power generation for EGGs, enabling efficient mass production by 1392 TC. Dr. Lyra Garrell deciphered the mental transmission control system, revealing it to be brainwave-based. Officially, mass production was for industrial revolution, but secretly, Project E aimed for remote exploration using EGGs. A major manufacturer was chosen, factories were dedicated, and production know-how was provided with national funds. Treasures. Private companies were mandated to produce exploration EGGs for Project E. By 1403 TC, mass production shifted to manual control. Project E launched with prototype exploration EGGs around 1411 TC. 8 units explored in 4 directions, returning data and discovering nations outside Tokyon. 1 exploration unit was lost in an attack 10,000 kilometers southwest of Tokyon. Project E was a top-secret initiative, led by Dr. Procyon and Dr. Lyra Gill. The Miracle of Oz Zone card game's new series, Shadow Chapter, is finally released after 6 months of balancing, boasting a groundbreaking system and a new card-back design. The Shadow Chapter Booster Pack Volume 3 and the Mogura Edition Starter Deck are now on sale. With over 300 card types, players can expand their decks and explore secrets of summoning masters, especially by playing the Game Boy Maz Volume 2 alongside the card game. The text also introduces EGG, mecha used militarily by the Tokyon Kingdom after an invasion. Developed with a mental transmission operation system by Dr. Rieger and Dr. Procyon, mass-produced EGG units led to Tokyon's territorial expansion. EGG gamescript is complete and soon to be delivered. Card creator Mr. Yasuaki Hara recommends the new MOZ series and EGG, encouraging players to try them out and participate in tournaments and national rankings. This strategy guide introduces the October 194 Hebei conflict scenario in the DC version of Sengokushi VI, focusing on playing as Ma Teng, the Grand Administrator of Xiliang. This scenario presents a unique situation where Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei are separated across different factions. The guide highlights Ma Teng's background as a descendant of Ma Yuan, known for his military prowess and subjugation of the Qiang people. Key subordinates include Ma Chao, Kan Toku, and Han Sui. The primary strategy for Ma Teng is to swiftly conquer Changzhan due to its large population and resources, securing it before neighboring forces like Zhanglu or external threats from the Qiang and Xiongnu intervene. The guide encourages player feedback on the game's completion and future improvements. This Romance of the Three Kingdoms strategy guide focuses on playing as Ma Chao in the 194 scenario. The primary objective is to swiftly capture Chang'an from Xiliang within 4 turns, establishing a strong military base there, aiming for 80,000 troops. Kastrablif. Securing Chang'an is crucial for protecting Anding. Diplomacy is essential. Seek assistance from Mao Teng and consider making peace with Cao Cao if necessary. Following Chang'an, target Luoyang, then Shucheng, the emperor's location, and Ye City. Form alliances with Sun Ce and Yuan Shao to strategically encircle Cao Cao, while rejecting any alliance offers from him. Participate in allied battles to gain virtue and capture enemy generals, attempting to recruit them and executing sparingly to maintain virtue. Capturing the emperor in Shucheng marks control of roughly half the territory. This adventure game is gaining attention for its innovative Paircon system, enabling 2-player simultaneous gameplay. The story adapts depending on solo or 2-player mode, with Keisuke's storyline promising action. A portion of the opening movie has been released, sparking story predictions. The movie highlights Christy, Ernest's daughter, previously thought dead, now revealed to be alive and beautiful. A romantic scene between Christy and Key is hinted at, suggesting potential romantic entanglements and possible jealousy from Key's girlfriend, Raina. The McPherson Mansion, Christie's residence, is shown as an elegant mansion with a relaxing poolside gazebo, implying hidden secrets and intrigue surrounding Christie's true identity, hinted at by a lightning-like background in her scene. Illbleed is a horror-adventure game featuring Georg Schneider, the director of the Genetic Research Institute. He is depicted as a dangerous and maniacal geneticist, whose research is shrouded in mystery and potentially demonic. The game is set in an industrial or laboratory-like environment, hinting at a terrifying atmosphere. Schneider works in a special research room on the 2nd floor, where human organs are seen floating in cylinders, raising questions about the nature of his research. This research is connected to the McPherson Foundation on New Russell Island, initially established to address genetic issues caused by environmental pollution. The game demo was showcased at a game show, and the full version promises higher quality. Illbleed, a horror adventure by Koei, is scheduled for a summer release at 6,800 yen, and will utilize the Paircon system. This article previews the upcoming game featuring Alice's Secret Mansion, revealing a total of 7 labyrinthine locations, not all of which are traditional mansions. Currently, the first mansion is identified as the Genetic Research Institute, followed by the McPherson Mansion. A dome-shaped energy laboratory is suggested as the 3rd location. McPherson Mansion, the 2nd destination, is described as belonging to the wealthy McPherson family, filled with luxurious decor and potential traps. Players will explore rooms such as a lavish living room with a billiards table and piano, Alan's seemingly deserted bedroom, and an office used for research. The whereabouts of Dr. McPherson are a point of concern. The article also introduces Tatiana Barankova, Alan's intelligent and beautiful secretary from Russia. This game preview introduces a mystery-solving game where strategic combat is key, as creatures are placed in specific rooms. 3 enemy types are detailed. Varugar, a swift beast requiring precise movement analysis. Ripper, armed with weapons and vulnerable at specific points. And Glonder, an advanced creature capable of opening doors. Monsters are improved upon, not evolved, with more intelligent types appearing later for challenging, intellectual combat. Developer Masami Kato from Koei discusses the pair console system, a spontaneously conceived 2-player mode. He highlights development difficulties, particularly split-screen implementation and scenario consistency, but remains confident in its appeal. Finally, Richard Lancaster, a seemingly ordinary tourist, is introduced as a mysterious traveler. Nobunaga's Ambition. Star General Chronicle Power-Up Kit advertisement highlights its features for enriching Sengoku gameplay. 6 new scenarios are included, from Pre-Nagashino, New Era's Arrival, to Hideyoshi's Unification, Beneath Heaven, One Night. The kit introduces a castle edit function, allowing players to customize fortresses and resources for tailored gameplay. Siege battles, absent in multi-platform versions, are revived with commands like Internal Response and Siege Tower. More historical events, including Okehazama and Hanoji Temple, are added to enhance the historical drama. Finally, a comprehensive database covering battles, castles, and generals is available for deeper Sengoku knowledge. The kit aims to provide a more complete and customizable Sengoku experience for players. This beginner's course for Nobunaga's Ambition Shosei Roku is instructed by Uesugi Kenshin, who suggests new players start as him due to his strong starting position and manageable early game threats. The course features 5 lectures. Lecture 1 emphasizes internal affairs for a prosperous nation. Lecture 2 advises forming temporary alliances with powerful neighbors like Shingen, while focusing on conquering the Tohoku region to build strength. Lecture 3 highlights leveraging Kenshin's reputation for easy alliances and continuing Tohoku expansion. Lecture 4 teaches surround and conquer tactics in war. Lecture 5 details battlefield strategies like flanking, unit annihilation, and targeting weaker enemies. A concluding column advises using the power-up kit to enhance historical roleplay and long-term enjoyment, rather than just maximizing game mechanics and risking boredom. This advertisement promotes the 2nd issue of the Japanese gaming magazine GM, Gamagaoka Mikoto. Priced at 690 yen, the ad features an image with a handheld console and reader feedback from the inaugural issue. Positive reader comments praise the magazine for being interesting, informative for gamers, well-researched, and offering various perspectives. Readers appreciate its fun, subculture-like feel, and exciting content, including special features like pro-game item introduction. One reader found it too simple and stiff, while another liked the paper quality and appendix figures. Published by SOFT Bankei Publishing, soon to be SoftBank Corporation, the ad provides contact information for orders. Overall, the advertisement highlights the positive reception of GM magazine, emphasizing its appeal to gamers seeking in-depth and engaging content. Guru Guru Powers is a reader submission corner from Dream Plaza, filled with fresh spring content. The hosts, brother, sister, and cat, present various reader postcards. Submissions range from humorous anecdotes, like an old man with his dog, to curious questions about Sega's president and food exploration. One submission discussed a funny episode about a dog's perversion, while another pondered whether Sega's president is bald. A reader also shared their family's enjoyment of Emergency Task Force Go-Go 5. The hosts thank readers for their letters and mention the ongoing Cocoa Rice saga, a topic of debate. New segments, Stylish Goods, and Uzumaki Family Gallery are introduced, featuring reader treasures and illustrations, including the Uzumaki family and their cat, Booby. The Uzumaki siblings, Dorimi-chan and Kyasuti-kun, and their cat, Booby, are described with their personalities and roles. The Cocoa Rice phenomenon continues to be a hot topic, with readers encouraging the hosts to try it. Sega Dreamcast Magazine readers submitted diverse feedback. One reader criticized Sega's game library for being too difficult for casual players, dominated by arcade ports and sequels, urging a focus on original, user-friendly titles. Another reader championed the inclusion of demo discs in the magazine, emphasizing their importance for players to sample games before purchase, potentially boosting Dreamcast adoption. A third submission voiced appreciation for pixel art and requested more games utilizing this style, highlighting its unique expressive power compared to polygon-based graphics. Other submissions included reactions to game advertisements, illustrations within the magazine, and brief comments related to specific games and anime. Overall, readers offered suggestions for game development direction, hardware promotion strategies, and appreciation for different art styles within games. This page, If We Could Meet in a Dream, is a Transplant Hope special, featuring postcard submissions expressing desires for Dreamcast games. Readers from various prefectures share their transplant hope, requesting specific game ports like Dragon Force and SFC series titles, as well as original content and genres like RPGs and funny games. Some submissions are playful, acknowledging the repetitive nature of transplant hope or commenting on the boss getting tired of it. Illustrations are also highlighted as part of the postcards. The page encourages further postcard submissions of ideas and announces a new corner, Guru Powers, where cats answer questions. It appears to be a lighthearted and interactive section dedicated to fan requests and engagement with the Dreamcast platform. This Guru Powers magazine page announces new corner proposals and submission guidelines introduced by Uzuma. Readers submitted ideas, and a popularity poll will decide which become official. 4 proposed corners are gut feeling phrase, this is it, game character lines, real life version go, live action casting for game/manga, chance encounter match, plagiarism, and instant match, Grand Prix, character matchups. Examples are provided for each. The page also features reader-submitted comic strips from Hiroshima, Aichi, Tokyo, and Yamanashi prefectures. Submission rules are detailed, requiring postcards or thick white paper, black ink, block letters, and specific information like address and desired software. Bulk submissions are allowed, but all guidelines must be followed to avoid invalid entries. Submissions should be sent to the provided SoftBank address. SB Comics unveils 4 manga releases for March. Koyama Moto's otaku comedy, No Heresy in the Otaku Way, about animated gal game figures. Oki Hajime and Orca's SF action Dead End, featuring alien genes and human experiments. Morizono Miruku's Melancholia, a Denpake comic battling spiritual delusions. And Motofumi Kobayashi's realistic Vietnam War anthology. All are A5 size and well received. Priced from 950 to 1,300 yen. A signing event with Motofumi Kobayashi for Vietnam War is scheduled for March 31st at Aoyama Book Center Roppongi for the first 100 book purchasers. Oceans. SoftBank Publishing Division will become SoftBank Publishing Company, Limited on April 1, 1999. For inquiries, contact 0356428101 or visit http://books.softbank.co.jp/. Prices are tax exclusive. This article from Weekly Reading feature page discusses growing concerns about internet problems in the Dreamcast era, focusing on the rise of citizen-led monitoring groups. Amidst worries of the internet becoming a hotbed of crime, groups like Cyberwatch Network, CWN, linked to Guardian Angels, emerged to monitor illegal content, especially child pornography. CWN aims to create citizen forums and engage with providers before involving police. However, these groups face criticism, labeled as police dogs, for their volunteerism. Experts like Kawakami Ichiro advocate for citizen groups over direct police regulation, fearing infringement on free expression, while Miyazaki Gakujutsu criticizes police influence in telecom companies as a power grab. Cyber Angels, another monitoring group, also faces backlash as dogs of authority. The article includes screenshots of websites representing these groups and opposing views, like Free Speech Japan and anti-Cyber Angels sites. It concludes by referencing a website with extreme views, questioning the credibility and value of such online content, highlighting the complexities and controversies surrounding internet monitoring. This 1999 article reports on escalating internet-related incidents and the growing debate surrounding regulation. The Internet Incident Log details cases from 1998-1999, including arrests for online drug sales, a suicide via internet-obtained cyanide, and rising cybercrime rates. These events prompted government action, with a bill proposed to prohibit illegal network access and discussions at a UNICEF symposium regarding child pornography. An underground bank case and a legal ruling against a site publishing personal information further underscore the emerging legal and ethical challenges. The article explores the tension between calls for internet regulation and the defense of free expression. One commentator likens the crackdown to past moral panics, while an interviewee acknowledges the need for child safety measures but champions the internet's unique value as a source of unrestricted information, questioning the appeal of a completely sanitized online space. This page depicts episode 19, Something Yoshimatsu Theater, titled, Sibo's Destiny is the World's Whim. Can Captain, who is suffering, stand up? Only people from Tokyo Gaidai can see it. But from April 5th, Jubei-chan will start. If you like, please watch it. It's interesting, to be continued in the next issue. Something Yoshimatsu, Samushingu Yoshimatsu. Born in 1965. Animation creator. New work Jubei-chan is scheduled to be broadcast from April 5th. This page depicts Sonic the Hedgehog in a promotional advertisement for a navigation guidebook. Dash at supersonic speed. A book for playing has arrived. Now on sale to great acclaim. Base price 1,300 yen, excluding tax. A 5-size, 160 pages, all color, special appendix booklet. Cow's Secret album included. Detailed explanations of the basic system and basic actions common to each character, as well as each special action, packed with useful information such as strategy guides for each of the 6 characters, introductions to locations of hard-to-understand items, and tips on how to defeat mid-bosses and boss characters. Also, in the separate special appendix Cow's Secret album, we will teach you how to raise Chow well. Please look forward to it. Sonic Adventure. Navigation Guide. Sega Enterprises. Limited. 1998. SoftT Bank Publishing. The publishing division of SoftBank Corporation will change to SoftBank Publishing Company. Limited from April 1, 1999. 1,038,501, 241, Hakozakicho, Nihonbashi, Chuoku, Tokyo. Please check http://books.softbank.co.jp/ for the latest information on books. If there is no store near you, please use the online sales on our website. If you have any questions, please contact our company. Telephone 0356 428 101. Displayed price is excluding tax. The anime adaptation of the popular game To Heart is advertised to premiere on television across 11 stations in 8 regions starting April 1st. Character introductions highlight Akari, a caring childhood friend, Hiroyuki, also a childhood friend who only sees Akari platonically, and Shiho, Akari's best friend and rumor enthusiast. Based on the PlayStation game released March 25th, the anime faces limited broadcast availability, yet fan anticipation for video release is already high. Episode 1 depicts classroom seat changes at the start of a new semester. Broadcast schedules are detailed for various regions. The advertisement promotes exploring the original Aqua Plus PlayStation game, related strategy guides, and merchandise. Additional details include a book covering pre-game events and the To Heart Loves Thrill Manual book release and Kids Station airing schedule. This magazine page features advertisements for various anime releases. Several OVA titles are highlighted, including True Getter Robo Armageddon Volume 6, a sci-fi action anime from Bandai Visual, and Asterisk Twin Bee Paradise Volume 2, a game adaptation by TDK Core. For TV anime, Victor Entertainment promotes Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040 ACTION3, an action series, and Asterisk Vampire Princess Miyu Integral 7 times a director's cut. Bandai Visual also advertises the final volume of Asterisk Brain-Powered Volume 9, the DVD release of Asterisk Mother Visits 3000 Leagues Volume 14, and Asterisk Gasuraki Volume 3, a real robot anime. Pioneer LDC promotes Time Superdoll Licca-chan, Volume 7 and 8, a magical girl series, and Asterisk Tenchi Muyo, Volume 112, a re-release of the popular TV show. Lastly, SKY Perfect TV announces the broadcast of Asterisk Wallace and Gromit times Cheese Holiday. Formats include video, Laserdisc, and DVD, with various prices and release dates in March. This page reports on the sound novel Machi, supported by Chunsoft, with its serialization nearing its end. The PS version has attracted new fans, and submissions are welcomed. Readers like Naomi Akazuki are enjoying the game, finding it engaging. Editors Ume and Tetsu encourage fan participation through postcards and submissions, hinting at a key to a bad ending involving Yoshiko's night actions on day 1 and her sailor uniform. Machi achieved second place in the Satamaga Grand Prix for both overall and scenario categories. A popularity vote for characters is ongoing, with plans to get comments from the top character's voice actor. A significant Machi scoop, the first since its release, is anticipated. Fan letter addresses for popular actors are provided in a special features. The PS version sound, particularly the BGM, is highlighted positively. Readers are encouraged to send in votes and submissions for corners and character popularity. This page from Gallery Duganzaka features reader submissions to Dreamcast Magazine's Street Display Board. Fans react to game content, appreciating characters like Pishira and Keima Katsuragi for their expressions and cute moments, even in bad ends. UME and TETSU provide commentary, highlighting humor and fan observations on character details and scenes. Submissions range from illustrations to interpretations of specific game moments, with bad ends being a popular topic. The corner is ending soon, culminating in a roundtable discussion with the scenario writer, for which reader questions via Teach Me Chunsoft are requested. They anticipate the final issues before the April 16th release, expressing excitement for the conclusion and the planned roundtable. Fan submissions come from various prefectures, showing broad engagement. Kurokawa's Black or Column in Dreamcast Magazine by burning publicist Fumio Kurokawa focuses this week on the Renault-Nissan alliance. The column details Renault's 700 billion yen investment in Nissan, aiming to create the world's third-largest automobile group and help rebuild debt-laden Nissan. Kurokawa, born in 1960, has a background in music and film before joining Sega AM2 for VF series publicity. He founded Maverick in 1997, handling game distribution and GameCube PR. In recent situation, Kurokawa reflects on reactions to his Sega commentary, Sony's layoffs, and the Dreamcast's poor Tokyo Game Show showing compared to the PS2, noting the Dreamcast's rapid decline. The column concludes by inviting reader feedback and provides a postal address for correspondence at SoftBank Publishing Inc.'s Dreamcast Magazine. This article recounts attending Motoaki Takeuchi's wedding reception, celebrating the composer known for Shining Force, Landstalker, and his move into pop music. The reception was attended by notable figures in the game music industry. Takeuchi's game music, Mary Kuri Spiriti, was mentioned as being featured at the upcoming Tokyo Game Show. The article then transitions to a discussion of game music composition for anime scenes, focusing on timing, sound pressure, and the use of SMPTE for synchronization in modern games. Author Noriyuki Iwadare, composer of Grandia, Luna, and Langrisser, also promotes his website for Dreamcast information and shares a brief personal anecdote about a neighborhood child. This questionnaire is designed to gather reader information for a magazine, likely focused on gaming. It instructs respondents to write personal details and magazine impressions on a postcard. The main questionnaire section, on a separate answer sheet, uses multiple-choice questions and requires filling circles with black pen and Arabic numerals. Questions cover demographics, gender, age, occupation, magazine reading habits, opinions on the current issues cover and articles, game console purchasing behavior, hardware ownership and purchase plans, and interest in specific Dreamcast and Sega Saturn software titles listed in tables. The survey is designed for machine processing, requiring clean cuts along dotted lines on the answer sheet. Yoyogi Animation Academy advertises its creative education program, emphasizing a 99.01% job placement rate for graduates. Applications are open for April Heisei Year 11. The Academy, celebrating its 10th anniversary, has schools in Osaka, Nagoya, and Fukuoka, with locations also in Tokyo and Okinawa. While an entrance fee of 650,000 yen applies, with a 100,000 yen gift, various financial aids are available, including scholarships, up to 360,000 yen for special students, and national education loans. They offer 24-hour medical consultation, private dormitories, and affordable living options. Free trial enrollment days and information sessions are scheduled across multiple cities in May and July. For voice acting, they highlight a near 100% debut rate, especially for their voice talent course with specific Jill's Day, on-stage, and double steady learning systems. Application methods include postcard, phone, fax, email, or website. Contact 012-031-0042 or visit http://www.yag.as.jp/. Dreamcast's Guru Guru Onsen is an upcoming game set in a virtual hot spring, Players start by creating a 3D avatar after changing into a yukata. The game uses a visual map for navigation, guided by a friendly Nakai-san character who assists players from the entrance. This hand-animated guide enhances the immersive experience. Guru Guru Onsen focuses on easy online communication, allowing up to 14 players to intuitively connect and enjoy card games like Trump and Mahjong, as well as chat. Released in early summer '99 and compatible with keyboard and Puru Puru Pack, the game aims to make online play accessible and enjoyable for everyone, discarding the notion that online battles are difficult. The developers emphasize the fun and exciting aspects of hot springs in this online experience. This Dreamcast Gaming Magazine page previews Guru Guru Onsen, a game set in a virtual hot springs resort. The page uses screenshots, character art, and text to explain game mechanics. A cartoon character, JJ, guides players through single player, while a funky older sister guides network play. The map, resembling a sky island, simplifies navigation, dividing menus for network and single-player modes to ease communication. Character customization, called Styles, allows for detailed facial composite creation from 9 parts like mustaches and moles, with color options for diverse appearances, including robot-like parts. Guru Guru Onsen supports local multiplayer for up to 4 players. The Dreamcast Visual Memory (VM) unit on each controller displays game-specific information like trump cards or mahjong tiles, enabling private hand viewing during local matches. This VM feature aims to revolutionize local multiplayer for card and tile games by displaying essential game information. Arugureto is an upcoming simulation RPG from TAKUYO, set in the fantasy world of Laitia, which uniquely blends magic with science. The game features tactical battles, incorporating strategic elements like positioning and height. The narrative explores the conflict between magic and different ability users, spurred by the scientific discovery Laitia, which manipulates abilities, and the emergence of powerful, destructive Wing. Players can experience the story through 2 main characters: Melmina, a genius magic swordsman and scientist, and Kanan, a young swordsman. Other key figures include Ryuleito, an immortal hero seeking revenge, and Joshua, a corrupted knight. The game promises a serious yet warm atmosphere, with character development as a core element. Release date and price are currently undecided. Morita Shogi Strongest Reversi for Dreamcast is advertised as powerful shogi and reversi software, prioritizing strength and speed. The shogi section boasts a formidable AI with 5 difficulty levels. Level 5 challenging even experienced amateur players. It features handicap matches, game record saving for study, and puzzle shogi with problem creation and solving modes. Maker comments highlight flexible puzzle solutions. The reversi section emphasizes a challenge mode, so strong it rivals world champions, adapting and learning with each game. Practice mode with advice and difficulty levels is available, alongside minor rule support and an advantage barometer. Prizes are offered for completing challenges in practice and challenge modes. The game is priced at 2,800 yen for reversi and 5,800 yen overall, releasing April 15th with 2-player versus play. This interview delves into the thoughts of Mr. Morita, a developer of thinking games for Dreamcast, starting from his early shogi programs in the 1980s. He views confronting the CPU in his games as a battle against his own thought process embedded in the software. Morita's interest in thinking games began in childhood, leading him to create Morita Kazuro's Shogi and Morita no Othello. His development style is characterized by trial and error, and prioritizing speed over computationally heavy processes, aiming for human-like thinking in his programs. Morita Shogi software emphasizes judging the overall situation rather than solely focusing on move reading. While acknowledging the growth and competition in computer shogi, he notes the difficulty in replicating human intuition, particularly in endgame scenarios due to processing limitations. Level settings in his games adjust the depth of reading and thinking time, and Morita Shogi is noted to be stronger in static rook strategies. Dreamcast development is advancing, evidenced by rapid tool implementation. Mr. Morita discusses the strength of computer shogi, noting it surpasses ranked amateur players up to 3rd Dan, but struggles against 4th and 5th Dan. He highlights computer's exceptional next move analysis, but emphasizes the importance of gradual improvement in shogi over intuition. Dreamcast's Morita Shogi is deemed the strongest consumer version. Regarding reversi, Mr. Morita admits even he can't defeat his creation, despite it not using pattern research, and focuses on non-learning AI to match human play. He predicts computers will inevitably surpass humans in reversi around 2030 due to increased processing power and networking. Hardware advancements, especially processing speed, are crucial for stronger game AI. Mr. Marita, a thinking game enthusiast and software creator, enjoys researching and winning game tournaments. Future game development plans for Dreamcast are hinted at, making Random House's next project eagerly anticipated. Giant Channel is an advertisement for the Dreamcast and NAOMI game Giant Graham, releasing May 20th for 2,980 yen. This simulation game emphasizes connectivity between home and arcade, enabled by the VM. It boasts standalone, linked, packed with new ways to play, including dedicated programs for both DC and NAOMI. Key features include TV program-themed minigames with deformed horse-riding wrestlers, and mini wrestling card battles to improve wrestler stats. A unique feature is the VM's LCD screen, displaying exclusive stamina and injury information for DC players during versus matches. Players can also save customized wrestlers from the DC version to their VM and upload them to the NAOMI arcade version via Champion Match, allowing players to become arcade champions. The game aims to expand the playfield beyond imagination through arcade and DC connection. This page depicts a Dreamcast Soft Complete Guide. It lists the following games with page numbers: Super Speed Racing, P106, Blue Stinger, P110, Pain. The House of the Dead 2, P114. To the North, White Illumination, P118. All Natural Color 3, D Mahjong Rainbow Tile Roulette, P124. Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes, P128. Aerodancing featuring Blue Impulse, P132. Puyo Puyon, P136. Super Speed Racing on Dreamcast is reviewed, highlighting its Super Speed mode. This mode, running at 60 FPS, is unlocked by completing Championship mode on any difficulty. While normal mode operates at 30 FPS, Super Speed mode doubles the frame rate, creating a noticeably smoother and faster gameplay experience. Though it limits the number of racers to 6 and removes the rearview mirror, the enhanced sense of speed and responsiveness are emphasized as outstanding benefits. Replays are also rendered at 60 FPS. The review indicates that this mode improves the game's motion and allows for more precise controls, making it a worthwhile addition for players seeking a faster, arcade-like experience. This text from SSR Racing Technique Lecture Volume 1 explains racing overtaking techniques, crucial in close racing categories. It details 2 corner overtaking methods. Dive bombing overtaking involves slipstreaming, moving inside, and braking later to enter the corner ahead of the opponent. This simple technique is effective in games where tire lockup is less of an issue. The steps are: take an inside line, brake late, and accelerate out. Standing start overtaking focuses on corner exit speed. Stay close to the opponent, widen your line slightly before the corner, and aim for a straight line at the exit. Accelerate early, utilizing the inside space as opponents often drift wide on exit. This technique is valuable when cars have similar speeds. The steps are: stay behind, widen slightly, then turn in, accelerate early, and take a direct exit line to overtake. Both techniques utilize corner entry or exit to gain an advantage and overtake. This strategy guide outlines tips for the Nazareth and Rio de Janeiro courses in a Dreamcast racing game. Nazareth is a short, challenging triangle oval where gear management is key. For arcade mode, it's advised to use 5th gear for turns 2 and 3, and 6th for turn 4, due to its tight turns and short length. Effective speed control and shifting to 6th gear early before turn 4 are important for faster lap times. Rio de Janeiro, a longer, trapezoid oval, offers more overtaking opportunities, particularly at turn 1, though wide, tight corners require entering turns 1 and 4 in 5th gear. Turns 2 and 3 can be taken in 6th gear, but with accelerator adjustments. Both courses emphasize careful gear selection and speed control for optimal performance. This Dreamcast strategy guide focuses on oval courses, specifically Gateway and Milwaukee, during rounds 4 to 7. Gateway, located in Madison, Illinois, is a 1.27-mile oval resembling Motegi but shorter. Turns 1 and 2 are tighter, requiring fifth gear and careful accelerator control to avoid understeer, making overtaking risky. Turns 3 and 4 are manageable in sixth gear, allowing for high speed onto the home straight. Milwaukee, in West Allis, Wisconsin, is a 1.032-mile elliptical short oval with tight turns and short straights, demanding constant acceleration and deceleration. Fifth gear is recommended for turns, briefly shifting to sixth on straights. Due to close racing, the ideal out-and-out line isn't always possible. Using inside lines and dive bomb overtaking is effective. This guide provides a walkthrough for the opening stages of the Dreamcast game Blue Stinger, focusing on the Bay Area edition and locations like Dyna Bridge and Dyna Tunnel, leading to Hello Market, which represents about 20% of the game. It details early gameplay, starting from the scaffolding and progressing to Johnny's Center and the town entrance. Key strategies include returning to the starting point after a dog encounter to find Hashi S, obtaining a gate key from a corpse, and being cautious of Mimi-Meat type fake death dinocytes. The guide advises players to move boxes to reach rooftops, where essential items such as keys, guns, save points, and maps can be found within buildings. Specific items listed include guns, ID cards, save points, maps, gun magazines, and cards. The guide highlights that Blue Stinger, released on March 25th for 5,800 yen, is a single-player, non-stop adventure compatible with a Rumble Pack. This walkthrough guides players through specific sections of a Dreamcast game. To stop Shuttle A's rampage, activated by a computer button, players must use a terminal to prevent explosion and gain access to weapons within. Following this, in the Brain Center, players obtain a Lab Town Pass from Janine and can restart Shuttle B for easier travel to Dynaslope. The Brain Center also features a save point, vending machine, map download, and a bowgun magazine. The Lab Town Pass unlocks passage to town via a key input at the bridge. After receiving communication from Mart's corpse near the market entrance and obtaining the Hello card, players can enter Hello Market using another key input. Hidden items, such as Metal Bat or Hassiel, are located in map blind spots, discoverable by interacting in suspicious climbable locations. Obtaining these items removes obstacles. This walkthrough details the Hello Market chapter in a game, likely Dino Crisis. Players begin by participating in a stamp rally upon entering the market, collecting stamps at various stands. Progression involves meeting the deli manager in the stockyard to obtain a room key and duty roster. Players must manipulate boxes and enter codes 0030 and 0050 at a panel to open shutters and access more stamps in locations like the toy store and food sales area. Visiting the rental video shop, answering yes to an age check, and collecting a rental video card unlocks further stamps and elevator access to the second floor. On the second floor special sales area, players receive a safe key from the deputy store manager and rescue the store manager in the staff room, obtaining a freezer room key and potentially a first warehouse key to acquire napalm launchers. These actions enable players to navigate and complete the market section. This text describes the first and second floors of Hero Market from the game Ultimate Crazy Fight Thorough Strategy Dreamcast. The first floor map includes stamp locations at Taco Pen and Sparky, a rental video card, and various vending machines. These machines stock weapon magazines, medicine, plasma, laser, handgun, bowgun, shotgun, weapons, medicine gun, shotgun, plasma gun, and items like sumo t-shirts and Hashi. Key locations on the first floor are handgun magazine, Hashi L, dino sites, bowgun magazines, boxes, elevator to the second floor, map download, save point, stamp rally certificate, tentacle location, and stockyard. The stockyard vending machines contain high-power weapons like laser gun, napalm launcher, dog's bazooka, ray sword, homing ray, and gatling gun. Other vending machines sell Hashi, Dokishin, and food plates. The second floor features vending machines with items like hamburgers and weapons, along with the security guard room, work schedule, safe, and manager offices. Devlin Store Manager, Deputy Store Manager, Store Manager. Access to the second floor is from the first floor. This Dreamcast strategy guide details original mode in the House of the Dead 2, an exclusive feature absent from the arcade version. This mode allows players to collect items with various effects to aid subsequent playthroughs, making the game more accessible even for beginners. Unlike arcade mode, where items are in fixed locations, original mode hides items in diverse ways, falling from the environment given by characters and appearing in varied spots. Replaying levels yields different items even in the same locations. These items range from extra credits and lives to gameplay modifiers, like enlarged zombie heads and increased attack range. Items are carried over between plays via a trunk system, with players able to equip up to 2 items, though some combinations are incompatible. This mode encourages repeated playthroughs to discover all items and their effects, offering a unique experience for both newcomers and seasoned arcade players. This Dreamcast game guide page for the House of the Dead 2 Feet focuses on essential strategies, covering gun adjustments, reload methods, and game settings. It highlights that reloading is done by pulling the trigger off-screen, a change from the arcade version. The game offers 5 difficulty levels and adjustable lives/credits, recommending beginners start on the easiest setting with maximum resources. A flowchart for the first chapter in arcade mode details enemy encounters, listing types like David, Johnny, and Mourner. The guide stresses aiming for headshots as a core strategy for efficient zombie elimination. It advises players to practice headshots on common David zombies to learn enemy patterns, including managing long-distance shots and enemy appearance order. This Dreamcast strategy guide offers tips for overcoming enemy encounters. Against Johnny, utilize distance attacks in an X formation, aiming for gaps or close combat takedowns. And when facing multiple Davids, prioritize eliminating one side at a time. If attacked mid-conversation, remain calm, reload, assess ammo, and choose to engage or retreat strategically. Quickly defeat Johnny even when hidden behind other enemies. Score attack routes are challenging, with many enemies and tough foes like Max, necessitating careful planning. Reloading must be done cautiously due to constant enemy threats, making close combat risky. In specific sequences, target enemies in a particular order like middle, then left, then right, or Johnny, then David. Eliminate frogs rapidly to avoid being overwhelmed by additional enemies like David. For Max, headshots are essential. Certain routes offer a life bonus, but require memorizing enemy patterns. Be mindful of branching paths and route merges, especially the scene with Johnny throwing spears from a rooftop. Prioritize shooting down spears before engaging Johnny directly. Staying calm and strategically prioritizing targets are crucial for success. This strategy guide for The House of the Dead 2 Inches details tactics for various enemy encounters. For Ebitans, timing and aiming at their spawn locations are crucial for quick defeat. When facing multiple Johnnies, prioritize eliminating them from the right. Landy attacks with barrels. Destroy these before they are thrown. David encounters involve multiple bodies. Focus on the first one, then Johnny's, and finally the remaining Davids, remembering their positions. In the final David encounter, first shoot the barrel, then David, focusing on defeating David even if more appear to clear the stage. The boss, Judgment, is a gargoyle with Qual. Continuously shoot Qual to make him fall, then focus on Gargoyle's body slam attacks. Predict Gargoyle's movement patterns. Center sway, slight right sway, large arc, and position yourself to continuously fire along its trajectory. Aim for Gargoyle when Qual advances for optimal damage. This strategy guide for Key-to-E White Illumination focuses on navigating the game's CBS system to pursue specific girls. It emphasizes that multiple playthroughs are needed to experience all character routes and highlights the importance of choices in conversations. The guide points to the 4th day as crucial, advising players to narrow their focus to one girl after this point to progress effectively. Early decisions regarding dreams or fortune-telling at the karaoke event on the 2nd day will influence the story path. Furthermore, deciding whether to go to BA on the 4th day creates a major branch, determining which girls become available for dates. Choices between Kasumi and Yuko are also presented as significant branching points, impacting the story's direction. The guide aims to help players understand these branching paths and focus their efforts for a successful playthrough. This Dreamcast guide offers a strategy for the Kasumi's summer event, focusing on Haruno Kotori. Day 1 starts by building rapport on a train through conversation, specifically about her interests and ideal man, with correct guesses improving your impression. Dinner menu choices are important, with suggested praises to enhance her favor. Accepting Kokotori's invitation for a Sapporo city tour leads to Day 2. This day includes Sapporo sightseeing, a game center visit where winning a panda is favored, and karaoke. During these events, especially karaoke and her birthday dinner, paying attention to Kotori's subtle cues and questions regarding future dates is crucial. Responding well to these signs is essential for progressing your relationship throughout the 2 days. The guide emphasizes attentiveness to her hints and making appropriate conversation choices to achieve a successful outcome. August 3rd is an important day to deepen your bond with Kokotori through an Otaru sightseeing date. Start the day seriously during morning conversations before heading to Otaru by train, where Kokotori shares personal memories. In Otaru, prioritize visiting Sankaku Market by expressing your wish to go. At the Otaru Canal, calling Kotori your younger sister has benefits. The Otaru Canal Art Museum is crucial. Admire glass products, buy a present in the lounge, and focus on Kotori in the workshop, ignoring other distractions. Don't miss the Otaru Aquarium, where Kotori reveals her interest in diving. End the date at Hill Park for a sunset view, again prioritizing your time and attention on Kotori to create a memorable and romantic experience focused on her feelings. Dialogue choices should consistently reflect your interest in Kotori to maximize affection gains throughout the day. This strategy guide from a Japanese gaming magazine outlines a strongest seduction strategy for a Dreamcast soft, focusing on events from August 7th to 12th to win over Kotori. It begins on August 7th with a Haruno family dinner where tea runs out, leading to a tea buying date on August 8th. The date involves meeting at Sapporo Station, visiting Loft, and then the Assam Tea Shop, emphasizing careful ordering. Another dinner on the 8th brings up travel plans, potentially leading to a t-shirt reveal on the 9th. From August 10th to 12th, a trip to eastern Hokkaido with Kotori and Kosan is crucial. On the 10th at Kushiro Prince, a tennis minigame is highlighted. Winning improves Kotori's mood. August 11th at Lake Mashu is a key point. A break here involves hugging Kotori to make her docile after seeing the t-shirt. The guide concludes by emphasizing discussing the future with Kotori to achieve a refreshing end to the summer. This magazine article details the Lily of the Valley Friends Association fan event for the game To the North, held in Hokkaido in February before the game's release. The event, titled To the North Birthday Festival, consisted of 2 sessions. The first featured voice actors Ms. Chiba Sayako, Ms. Otani Ikue, and Ms. Hirohashi Kamiya, who participated in a public radio recording, talk show, and mini-live performance, interacting closely with fans. The second session, also in Hokkaido, included voice actors like Ms. Minami Omi and Ms. Toyoguchi Megumi alongside staff members, focusing on talk shows and fan participation activities such as live voiceover competitions and quizzes. Both events emphasized close interaction with voice actors, commemorative photos in the snowy Hokkaido scenery, and showcasing the voice actors' personalities. The festival served as a special pre-release celebration and provided an engaging experience for fans. This report covers a Dreamcast Kita-e game event featuring voice actors Minami Omi, Sakamoto Maya, and Toyoguchi Megumi. Voice actors shared their impressions of Hokkaido, with Sakamoto Maya, being from Hokkaido, expressing her joy at returning. The event included love message and fashion illustration contests, encouraging fans to engage with the game's world by writing love letters and designing original outfits for characters. Prizes were original telephone cards. Winning illustration examples showcased creative designs for characters Tanya and Karina Carno. Mr. Hiroi also appeared, discussing the game's themes and production anecdotes. The event featured a fan and voice actor photo session, highlighting the interactive and enjoyable atmosphere for attendees and showcasing enthusiastic fan engagement. This strategy guide for the Dreamcast game Power Stone reveals the final hidden element, Final Vargas. Power Stone is a Capcom 3D action game supporting 1 to 2 players, various Dreamcast peripherals, and is suitable for all ages. The guide details how to unlock Final Vargas in the DC version by clearing arcade mode, as Vargas without using continues. Additionally, the text announces a Power Stone TV anime starting April 3rd in the Kanto region. It provides a broadcast schedule including stations like TBS, MBS, CBC, TUT, ITV, and KUTV, along with their respective broadcast times, and start dates from April and May. The anime is described as a treasure adventure featuring characters like Fokker and Ryoma. Broadcast details are subject to change, and further information can be found on the official website. Final Vargas is a fighting game character with slow movement and no jump, compensated by powerful attacks. His strategy revolves around waiting for opponents, as close-range combat is difficult. Key moves include Power Stone projectiles and guided consecutive shots, homing projectiles avoidable by timed vertical jumps. He has throws with varying damage and a Naginata sweep attack, despite lacking a jump. Close-range options are acid and condensed shots, which are variations of his projectiles. To counter CPU Vargas, evade consecutive shots by jumping or sidestepping, and engage in close combat. Projectiles are ineffective. When playing as Valgus, utilize Power Stone and consecutive shots, and hide stones to prevent opponent use. His slow nature makes him a bonus/boss-like character, not conventionally strong. The match begins with Valgus throwing a Power Stone. Evasion and stone concealment are crucial starting actions. This Dreamcast strategy guide details evasion techniques against transformed opponents' powerful moves. Throwing is generally ineffective. For Fokker's Power Rocket, counter its homing by flying towards it. Then use aerial throws after taking a hit, and ensure a safe landing position. Ayame's 100 Flowers Chaotic Dance, shurikens, is best evaded by predicting the launch direction, stepping aside and stopping movement, then timing jumps just before shuriken arrival. Wantan's Dragon Bullet requires a simple vertical jump, while the Big Dragon Bullet needs vertical jumping in its path, diverting horizontally to avoid its wide range. Gunrock's Rock Roll necessitates running away with irregular direction changes, jumping away from his movement direction, and horizontally diverting in the air if needed, especially in narrow stages. Mastering these evasion methods is crucial for survival. This Dreamcast strategy guide outlines tactics for countering special moves of 6 characters: Jack, Garuda, Rouge, Ryoma, Kraken, and Valgus. For Jack's Misery Rain, sideways running on the ground is effective. Garuda's linear attacks are also evaded by sideways movement while maintaining distance. Rouge's Demon Illusion Flash, a fast, wide-range projectile, requires desperate running away and timed sideways jumps to avoid. Ryoma's Turbulent Slash needs trajectory shifting by moving away initially, followed by horizontal movement, avoiding jumps. Kraken's close-range Skull Soul and Skullfire are evaded with timed jumps, while projectiles are suggested to circle Kraken for hits. Finally, Valgus's Deceptive Meteor Chain Explosion can be evaded by jumping towards the opponent or using throw evasion twice, cautioning against backsteps or quick dashes due to lingering explosions. Overall, the guide emphasizes movement strategies, distance management, and move-specific tactics to counter powerful attacks in the game. This guide details unlocking hidden characters and utilizing special partners in Marvel vs. Capcom, Clash of Superheroes on Dreamcast. To encounter hidden characters in arcade mode, start a new game, avoid continues or interruptions, and win each match with both characters surviving until the 7th match. Appearance is further determined by actions performed, using hyper combos, variable combinations, variable cross, special partner changes, and securing first attacks, with specific counts for each character like MSH Hulk, Lilith-style Morrigan, Hyper Armor War Machine, Roll-Chan, Hyperspeed Venom, and Shadow Lady. For special partners, after winning a match, press the K button 3 times during the post-match screens. If successful, the roulette will not appear in the next match, indicating you can use your opponent's special partner. Captain Commando utilizes powerful, wide-ranging attacks, notably the Medium Commando Strike, to limit opponent jumps. He boasts 6-stage ground and aerial chain combos, and Commando Strike variations with different effects. Ryu is an all-rounder with projectiles and anti-air, featuring a mode change to Guki, altering his techniques. He has basic weak-to-strong ground and aerial chain combos. Wolverine is a speedy character excelling in preemptive and continuous attacks, with 6-stage chain combos and relies on dashes to close distance. Jin Saotome, a VA pilot, overwhelms with barrages, and emphasizes chain combos and aerial raves. He has flashy, high-damage moves, some guard breaking, and maintains pressure. His ground combos are 2-stage, aerial 2-stage, and super jump aerial is 6-stage. This page details fighting strategies for Spider-Man, Chun-Li, Zangief, Captain America, Morrigan, and Gambit in a fighting game. Spider-Man excels in aggressive, fast-paced aerial attacks and continuous combos, utilizing mid-air dashes and a low stance to evade opponents. Chun-Li is an aerial combat specialist, employing aerial dashes, triple jumps, and aerial foot stomps for diverse attacks from above and sides, focusing on confusing opponents and exploiting openings with aerial raves or ground combos. Zangief relies on single, powerful attacks due to the lack of ground chain combos, with a signature screw piledriver, although weaker than before. Mechanized Zangief mode enhances his moveset, adding fire breathing. Captain America is well-rounded, strong in aerial raves and back attacks, with special movement techniques, focusing on high-damage aerial raves initiated from moves like down strong kick and medium punch. Morrigan's movement differs from previous games with strengthened hyper combos. Gambit uses energy-charged objects and sticks for attacks, employing stick-based special moves and canceling normal moves for continuous pressure, with Hyper Arc Royal Flush as a powerful hyper armor move. This Dreamcast strategy guide page details character profiles with move lists. Strider Hiryu excels in ground chain combos and has numerous special moves. Though mastery is difficult, players should focus on usable techniques like Formation B/C, Warp, Cypher Attack, and Sliding Kick. Venom is quick, with long reach and unique spiderweb throws for aerial follow-ups, boasting punch-to-kick chain combos. Hulk, despite slow attacks, possesses immense power and super armor, best used to intimidate opponents with strong attacks. War Machine uniquely flies, enabling aerial bombs and dive attacks, but lacks air guarding, requiring careful play. Rockman's small size is advantageous against aerial attacks, but his short reach is a disadvantage for combos. However, his Hyper Rock Cannon hyper combo is potent. He also has techniques like Eddy Call and item usage involving Rock Ball, Tornado Hold, and Leaf Shield. This Dreamcast game guide for aero dancing featuring Blue Impulse details solo aerobatics flight steps 11 and 12. Before starting, the guide advises players to thoroughly understand briefings by taking notes or drawing diagrams. Utilize viewpoint switching, cockpit view for normal flight, and formation view for formations. Practice diligently without fear of failure, and consult library briefing videos when stuck. Step 11, Low Angle Cuban, emphasizes early operation, instructing players to take off at 110 knots, peak the loop at 3,300 feet, maintaining 3.5 g, and perform a 2-rotation half-Cuban loop, followed by a sharp pull-up at low altitude. Step 12, Roll-on Takeoff, requires quick and bold maneuvers, keeping gear and flaps down. Key points are a swift takeoff at 100 knots, reaching 180 knots after smoke, immediate ascent to 100 feet with a 30-degree pitch at 180 knots, and executing a large barrel roll, suggesting players review Step 8 for roll practice if needed. This guide details flight maneuvers in a game. Step 13, Half S Slow Roll, emphasizes timing and bank angle. Match the bank angle initially, then the position, and roll immediately upon the now signal. Step 14, Corkscrew Barrel Roll, involves 2.5 rotations. Maintain a compact turning radius, focusing on completing the rotations over position, and be mindful of altitude loss, especially during the second rotation. Step 15, Vertical QPID, is a 3-plane maneuver but relies heavily on sight. Track the sight, initiate the loop when the sun is directly ahead, and perform a 90-degree roll to align with Aircraft 5 at approximately 5,300 feet, being decisive with controls to avoid altitude loss. Clearing Step 15 unlocks the T-2 Blue Impulse, a supersonic aircraft, Mach 1.6, for use in Sky Mission Attack and Free Flight, celebrating Japan's first domestic supersonic jet. This Dreamcast Sky Mission Attack Guide focuses on Mission 4, Night City. It advises using the F-4EJ aircraft for this night flight mission, emphasizing careful navigation through the dense cityscape. The mission involves 5 checkpoints and numerous point targets, often hidden in building gaps. The guide stresses controlled power and steady target acquisition, warning against sudden turns in the building area. Specific instructions for each checkpoint detail target locations and recommended flight paths, including using flaps to manage speed around checkpoint 2 and ascending rapidly towards checkpoint 4. The guide highlights that remaining mission time boosts the score, recommending fast aircraft like F-15DJ for higher scores and later missions due to tighter time constraints. Practicing with faster aircraft is encouraged to maximize scoring potential. This guide details the strategy for Mission 5 base in a flight simulator game. The mission starts stationary and involves navigating 4 check targets. It recommends using a faster aircraft like the F-15DJ if scoring low with the T-4. The F-2 aircraft is highlighted as a newly obtainable maneuverable plane. The guide provides step-by-step instructions for each target. For Target 1, accelerate and align with the horizontal runway. Target 2, located behind Target 1, requires a right turn after acquisition, climbing to 1,000 feet, and setting azimuth to 34 degrees. Target 3 on a vertical runway requires high speed and scooping it without gear down, followed by a rapid climb to 1,000 feet for a point target. Target 4 involves a right turn with brakes and flaps after target 3 to get ahead of a double target, followed by a left course correction, speed reduction, and descending to acquire the high-altitude target. Maintaining Mach 0.9 or higher through double targets yields double scores. This Dreamcast game guide for Puyo Puyon focuses on strategies for handling Ojama Puyo during battles. Ojama Puyo are crucial in battles, and this guide explains how to deal with them. Small and medium Ojama Puyo from 1 to 3 chains should be integrated into chains, while hard Puyo require focused clearing or special moves. Large amounts of Ojama Puyo from bigger chains can bury your setup, requiring strategic placement at the chain start, or special moves to counter. There are 3 Ojama Puyo types: Standard Ojama, Point Puyo awarding points, and Hard Puyo needing multiple clears. Warning Puyo appear in versus mode, manageable with special moves, but extreme amounts can be overwhelming. Stage 15 features Satan, his special move, Satan Cross, and a stage where special moves are disabled, emphasizing pure chain combos. The game is a 1 to 4 player battle action puzzle, released on March 4th for 5,800 yen. This Puyo Puyon strategy guide offers developer tips to maximize enjoyment, including utilizing edit mode to create custom rules after mastering basic battles and stage-specific tactics. For the legacy stage, it suggests leveraging Point Puyo, especially with Type C rules for high attack power, but cautions against using overly strong characters like Witch in friendly matches. The underwater stage emphasizes slow, methodical stacking and breaking from rigid patterns due to the slow Puyo fall speed, recommending prioritizing speed and special attacks for those less confident in stacking. The Strong Frog Pile stage explores 5-column stacking in the alternate dimension, advising a one-sided approach due to the connected ends. The guide also announces 2 contests: a chain contest in Super Tortoise Puyo Puyo mode requiring 80+ chains and video proof, and a puzzle contest in Super Spicy mode, judged by completion time with a video submission deadline of April 15th. Finally, Stage 16 introduces Doppel Arle, a mysterious opponent, where erasing Point Puyo is key to victory, noting her 30-second Trouble Puyo attack with less frequent specials. The D2 Warp Cup snowmobile competition for the game Real Sound Wind Regret DC version offers luxurious prizes, sponsored by Yamaha. The competition mode is Professional, a time attack mode where players race snowmobiles through courses, aiming to knock down pylons quickly. Prizes are substantial. First place wins a Yamaha VX500SXR snowmobile. Second place receives a travel voucher equivalent to a trip to Canada. Third place gets a snowboard, and 4th to 30th place receive peripherals and Yamaha goods. To access Professional mode, players must first clear beginner or standard mode by successfully completing all pylons within the time limit. Professional mode is challenging, requiring skillful steering and control to avoid falls, but once unlocked, it remains available for subsequent attempts to achieve the best time. This advertisement promotes Warp's Snowmobile Time Attack Rally event. It encourages participation, even for beginners, providing key advice: memorize pylon positions, find a consistent driving line, and operate the snowmobile carefully in Professional mode, particularly throttle and steering. A D2 Shock trial version is being released, included as a bonus with Real Sound, 5,800 yen. This trial allows players to experience the time attack in Professional mode, and is similar to D2 on DC. To enter the competition, participants must achieve a time within 2 minutes 10 seconds in D2 Shock, obtain a password after clearing the course, and submit it with their time to the Warp homepage between March 12th and April 30th. Multiple entries are allowed, but only one is valid. The event aims to rank participants and is open to anyone meeting the standard time. This article summarizes an interview with Yamaha snowmobile developers Saito Yoshiyasu and Kanino Noriyuki, aiming to educate beginners about snowmobiles in conjunction with the Warp Cup Snowmobile Real-Time Attack Tournament. Saito emphasizes explaining the mechanics, shifting focus from gameplay to the vehicle itself. Snowmobiles utilize a gasoline engine, V-belt automatic transmission, and a caterpillar track for propulsion. They use centrifugal clutches and continuously variable transmission to handle the high running resistance of snow. Cornering is achieved through skid steering, making them unique compared to cars or motorcycles, and feeling similar to marine jets. Snowmobiles are categorized based on purpose: utility models for heavy work, lake racers for speed, sports models for rough terrain, and mountain models for steep climbs. Top-tier models can reach speeds exceeding 200 km per hour on hard surfaces. Snowmobile Time Attack Rally is a game project featuring snowmobiles. Key components highlighted include the front suspension, tracks, single or twin, mountain type for deep snow, and motorcycle-style handlebars. Riding snowmobiles involves straddling and weight shifting. They offer impressive speed and acceleration, making them suitable for hill climbs and mountain riding, even at high altitudes. Snowmobiles are essential in snowy regions, with North American snowbelts forming a significant market. Game developers aim to realistically represent the snow feel, though steering controls are still under development for improvement. Featured snowmobile models include the Performance Series for beginners, the Mountain Series for hill climbs, and the Multi-Purpose Series, known for its ease of handling, which is used within the game. This interview features scriptwriters Ino Kenji and Sakamoto Yuji discussing the creation of the D2 scenario. Sakamoto, acting as an advisor, joined Ino in this project. Ino describes a lengthy writing process involving numerous script variations, some drastically different, which initially overwhelmed Sakamoto. Sakamoto's role was to provide objective feedback, guiding Ino to make the story more accessible to a wider audience. Ino, immersed in his own creative world, initially leaned towards an ego-driven narrative. Sakamoto, while personally appreciating the raw, unfiltered vision, questioned its marketability. Eventually, Ino found a balance, realizing that entertainment and his unique craziness could coexist, resulting in the final D2 scenario. The interview highlights the collaborative effort in refining Isanarino's initial, more unconventional, script into a finished product. Sakamoto and Ayano discussed the development of D2 and their working relationship. Sakamoto was drawn to Ino's concept of real sound and found him to be a gentle and interesting person, contrary to his initial expectation of an intense personality. Ino appreciated Sakamoto's compatibility and hired him before seeing his work, valuing long-term working relationships and avoiding negativity. They delve into D2's unique scary funny style, born from Ino's idea of texture expansion, making the ordinary unsettling and interesting. Sakamoto highlights the game's unpredictable nature, especially the grandpa element, which both find humorous and courageous. Ilino emphasizes taking risks and creating something unconventional, even if it's not universally accepted. The interview also touches upon their first working encounter, initiated by Sakamoto's admiration for Isano, though a delayed response to Sakamoto's script caused initial worry. This conversation between Sakata and Ikano delves into their collaborative working relationship. Ikano expresses admiration for Sakata and recounts her emotional reaction to his script, Regret, highlighting her delayed but intense response. Sakata emphasizes his role as a scriptwriter to facilitate others' ideas, valuing collaboration over control. They discuss their working dynamic, noting the initial challenges of Ino's high output, but how Whoops effectively manages it, and Ino now better appreciates Sakata's advice. They touch on their harmonious work style, despite occasional challenges arising from being overly flexible. The discussion shifts to a new project, the sound of the music box, and a game concept, Collecting Curses, proposed by Ino. While Ino is enthusiastic about Sakata's involvement in developing the story, Sakata expresses hesitation regarding potentially distressing themes like ghosts. Ultimately, Sakata defines his role as bringing Imikano's visions to life, emphasizing the importance of their balanced partnership. Sakamoto interviews Idano about his feelings on the D2 scenario. Ino, while initially hesitant, shares ideas for other projects like a 3 million selling RPG and Wind Regret 2. Sakamoto praises D2's balanced story, noting its natural integration into gameplay and wide appeal, a departure from Ikeno's previous works. Ino acknowledges this growth, aiming for entertainment over authorial focus in D2, hoping players enjoy it without over-analyzing the story. He mentions music production for D2 Sketches 2, and the main album is ongoing but behind schedule. Ino believes the scenario is well made, but recognizes player experience in-game is crucial. They briefly discuss memorable characters like Martha and Grandpa, and Ino's numerous other game ideas, including Assassin's Joker, emphasizing the immediate focus on completing D2. This page depicts aerodancing featuring Blue Impulse official guide. With this one book, you can soar even more gracefully. Strategy preparation complete. The 5 size, 1,100 yen plus tax. 96 pages all color. Popularly on sale. This is the Aero Ultimate Guide. System explanation. Careful explanations from the basics, so even beginners can rest assured. Blue Impulse mission. Thorough strategies with full cooperation from the development team. Sky mission attack. All missions front routes and back routes included. Hidden elements. Hidden aircraft and stage appearance conditions perfectly introduced. Development backstories. Supervisor Nobuhiko Fujinami, former test pilot, speaks passionately. 1999 Cry Elements. SoftBank Publishing. SoftBank Corporation Publishing Division will change to SoftBank Publishing Company, Limited from April 1, 1999. Postal code 10385001, 241 Nihonbashi Hakozakicho, Chuoku, Tokyo. Latest information on books is available at http://books.softbank.co.jp/. If there are no bookstores nearby, please use our online sales on this site. For inquiries, please contact our company. Telephone 0356 428 101. Displayed price is tax excluded. Volume 5 of the Dreamcast Peripheral Story introduces the new generation Dreamcast gun, centered on a proposal for new play by integrating gun and controller functions. Developer Mr. Tezuka emphasized the stagnation of gun controller evolution, making the directional button a key innovation from the start. This feature, combined with an expansion socket, aimed to revolutionize standard light gun gameplay. The model HKT-7801 gun weighs about 530 grams, costs 3,000 yen, and is best used with CRT screens due to compatibility issues. The directional button was conceived to expand gameplay beyond arcade limitations, improving game conversions for home consoles. Initially inspired by Virtua Cop, but broadened for consumer games, development began in January 1998 with the goal of achieving unprecedented new play. The Dreamcast Peripheral Story article details the design journey of the Dreamcast light gun, emphasizing a return to toys concept. Initially exploring realistic firearm designs in collaboration with a gun manufacturer, Sega shifted towards a toy-like, futuristic aesthetic due to rising violent crime concerns during the Virtua gun era. Despite market trends favoring realism, they opted for a less intimidating appearance. Technical challenges arose with the emergence of LCD and HD TVs, incompatible with traditional light gun technology. Although considering a universal solution, Sega ultimately chose the CRT-based method due to cost and time constraints. The gun for katana design evolved to be vertically oriented and less bulky. Extensive color variations were explored, refining the initial grayish hue to the final white with blue accents. Despite internal feedback, the focus remained on a toy-like feel, culminating in the final Dreamcast gun design, seen as a return to playful origins. Dreamcast gun development prioritized user-friendliness, addressing design challenges like directional button placement, ultimately influencing expansion socket and LCD visibility. Early designs placed buttons on the side, but shifted for better input. Vibration absorption for the Puru pack and visual memory compatibility were considered. Weight and grip were improved from the Virtua gun, centering the balance and refining the grip angle for comfort. Sight accuracy was enhanced through material choices and angle adjustments, ensuring it pointed accurately. Fine-tuning extended to operation panel corners for better usability. The Puru pack, while not gun-specific, was made compatible. The design emphasized balanced weight distribution and considered VM and vibration features. Developers humorously noted its resemblance to Thomas the Tank Engine. This page depicts a stylized robot figure. Oratorio Tangram Enlightenment Seminar delves into the complex relationship between RNA, DNA, and Fresh Reforce, FR08, within the Cybertroopers Virtual On universe. RNA's inquiries about Tangram confuse DNA, but are perceived as hostile by FR08. FR08, the ninth plant, later seventh, interprets RNA's Tangram question as key to understanding DNA's control since RNA took over. FR08 was established through a deal between Tristram Riffle and DN Company, making plants 1 to 8 subordinate to it. DN Company's top management, though valuing FR08's capabilities, harbored distrust, leading to weakened internal controls. RNA, aware of FR08's unusual influence and its role in the V Project's planning, became wary. RNA's confrontational stance regarding Tangram may stem from FR08's involvement and perceived control within DN Company, creating a complicated power dynamic. RUR-14 Fei Yan the Knight is an RNA-developed VR based on stolen SRV-14 V-converter technology from DN. RNA secretly advanced VR tech through Fei Yan, preceding the A-Firm series. Designed as a combat information processor, it lacks internal firepower, but features the optional Sage's Broadlove sword. Fei Yan surpasses the SRV-14 in performance, and possesses a seal ring, possibly acting as a limiter. Initially, Fei Yan 9, its name shifted to Fei Yan Knight, likely due to appearance or combat-style perception. Following the VCA-0 Moongate incident blamed on DN, FR-08 became a scapegoat in media, framing RNA as righteous against a corrupt FR-08, which remained indifferent. Mid-VCA-2, RNA's Fei Yan type RVR-14 appeared, refined from SRV-14. The text hints at lost technology now benefiting RNA, possibly through FR-08's involvement. Crucially, 70 SRV-14V converters intended for DN were fraudulently sold off amidst post-riot chaos, suggesting organized intent and potential FR-08/RNA links. This sale explains how RNA obtained Fei Yan, now used against DN's forces, revealing a critical clue in the ongoing conflict. This page showcases Fei Yan head and tail flanger, TF-03 Type 14, mecha designs from Cybertrooper's Virtualon Oratorio Tangram, including weapon details like the real sword Fool's Love and a scene, Dancing Under. Notes detail the Oratorio Tangram War and the development of VRs, virtual robots. Initially painting weapons, VRs emerged through the V Project, starting with Flesh Rafo and Mooney Valley. Other VRs like Dancing Under, Satchel Mouth, Transvaal, and Deadly Dudley are associated with different plants. Fei Yan, also known as Prototype VR-014, has unique reverse convert capabilities and a double-split visor that influenced RNA's VR development. RNA's VRs, while possibly aided by DN's technology due to organizational flaws, showcase outstanding development, with replica Fei Yan's being notable second-generation VRs. The next episode will cover DNA's box series, focusing on the SAV-326 Grisbach. Finally, there is an omitted communication seeking addresses for Mr. Ikeda, Mr. Izumi, and Mr. Tesu to return replies. This page depicts Volume 08 Sunrise Robot of CG World, Sunrise Hero Chronicle, Machine Century Claudius Phi, GT, Grand Trooper. Still shrouded in mystery, the original robot, GT, Grand Trooper. Grand Trooper, GT, is an original mecha that appears in the original world setting of Sunrise Hero Chronicle, Machine Century Claudius. It is the predecessor machine to the Flying Trooper, FT, piloted by the main character, Kanji Akatsuki. 20 years ago, Kanji's father piloted this machine in the Third Claudius Great War, and was active as one of the heroes. Although he is no longer a pilot, his skill in handling the GT remains as strong as ever. Director's note: the mechanical design of GT, the Grand Trooper, is, of course, by Kunio Okawara. The model itself is also meticulously crafted, and hardpoints are provided in various locations, making it highly versatile. In terms of setting, this machine is the basic weapon Z-type in Claudius, and one variation of this GT, the Z-type, is being prototyped as the later FT. Atelier Sai Maeda. Data section includes Original Machine Century Claudius. Name, Grand Trooper. Overall height, no data. Head height, 9.3 meters. Weight, no data. Armor material, no data. Weapons, no data. Pilot, no data. Remarks, no data. The balance between the body's sense of weight and the massive rifle is unique to the Grand Trooper. Official site launched. Popularity vote also ongoing. This fan page, B's Letter from Dreamcast Magazine for Sengoku Turb, features reader submissions. This week's word highlights the game's unique language with Bloa's phrase, at space. Turb World Seen in Town shares personal anecdotes, ranging from childhood insect cruelty to humorous misunderstandings about Turb World, and embarrassing public mishaps, like falling at a station. Botched Elegy continues with funny failures, such as damaging a Sengoku Turb disc and a messy public reaction to a magazine. Illustration Heaven showcases fan-made illustrations of Bloa in various styles. Finally, the How to Apply section encourages reader submissions for various corners like Turb World Scene in Town, Illustration, and more, promising a Kuma plush toy and rank advancement for adopted submissions. This Guru Imagine News article previews the game Expendable, comparing its engrossing nature to eating crab and praising its graphics similar to Incoming. Developed by Rage, known for Final Battle, Expendable is a PC port where players control humanoid weapons, rescue enemies, and collect weapons. Director Takashiro, in an interview at his favorite restaurant Tatsumi, which is also reviewed with menu and contact details, recommends the game and the eatery. The article also announces Dream Maga Volume 9's Loser Revival Battle for Takun's Present, EVE The Lost One. Winners from Volume 9 are named, and 4 previously unselected individuals are given a second chance to win if they send a support message to Takun by April 8th to the provided address. This weekly Sega Saturn magazine from April 9, 1999, reports on the console's status as it nears the Dreamcast transition. The user data top 10 anticipates Sonic 3D Flicky's Island, despite a general lack of new titles. Top-ranked titles include Sonic 3D, Worth, and With You Gazing at You. The Software Sales Shop Data Top 10 reveals short sales lifespans for new Saturn software, highlighting the ongoing generational shift. Dungeons & Dragons Collection Top Sales, followed by Eternal Fantasy Rhapsody Ensemble 2, and the new entry, The House of the Dead. The release schedule lists titles for April, June, July, and summer 1999, with many others still undecided. Key upcoming games include Tokimeki Memorial Drama Series Volume 3, Friends Brightness of Youth, Street Fighter 03, and Sonic 3D Flicky's Island. Various RPGs and adventure titles are also listed with undecided release dates. Sega Saturn Magazine's Reader's Race is a weekly reader participation project ranking Sega Saturn software. Readers vote on games using a 10-point scale, and the average score for each title is published weekly in the odds table. This reader-voted ranking acts as a guide for software purchases, with reader comments potentially featured in articles. The odds table is updated in real time, requiring at least 10 votes for inclusion and features rank, previous rank, title, genre, and average score. Currently ranking 1143 titles, the latest theme is determining the ultimate top title. Recent shifts show Sakura 2 inches declining, while Pia Heart Carrot 2 inches rises, indicating a dynamic ranking system based on ongoing reader feedback. This page reviews new games, including Device Reign, ADV plus SLG 53rd rank, for Saturn. Players praise its deep story and engaging gameplay, particularly the Overpass Reorganization System. Initial confusion with the system is mentioned, but once understood, it becomes addictive, with players spending over 100 hours. Graphics and sound are also commended, recommending it for strategy game fans. Dungeons & Dragons Collection, ACT, 156th rank, a Saturn port, receives mixed reviews. While the port is considered faithful to the arcade version, long loading times, lack of 4-player mode, and some control issues are drawbacks. Despite these technical flaws, the game's strategic depth and enjoyable gameplay are acknowledged. Eternal Fantasy Rhapsody Ensemble 2 inches, etc., 328th rank, is seen as a good sequel for fans, with a strong scenario and fan service, but lacks significant new features, with a system and visuals largely unchanged from the previous title. Legend of Sword and Fairy Gaiden, RPG 510th rank, is criticized for poor operability and controls, overshadowing its praised graphics, world, and opening anime. While the story and characters have some appeal, control issues heavily detract from the experience. This odds table for Saturn C ranks video games, listing titles from rank 421 to approximately 800. Each entry shows the game's current and previous rank, title, and genre, encompassing categories like action, adventure, role-playing, simulation, sports, puzzle, racing, tabletop, shooting, and etc. Many games include additional details such as age ratings, 18+, X-rated, bundled items like RAM cartridges or software, and satellite compatibility. The table appears to be a ranked list of Saturn C games, potentially based on popularity or odds, showcasing a diverse selection of genres and titles within this specific ranking system. This text details the Reader's Race contest in Dreamcast Magazine for Sega Saturn and Dreamcast games. Readers are invited to participate by sending postcards with game scores, comments, and predictions. 2 prediction games are featured: guessing the finishing order of Get Bass in the Dreamcast odds chart and predicting the odds score for Super Speed Racing. Correct predictions win desired software. 5 entrants will be randomly selected to win a Dreamcast arcade stick, visual memory, and their desired software. Entry requires a 21 yen stamp, and following the provided example format. The deadline for this issue's contest is April 1st. Winners are announced in the magazine, and past winners are listed on page 21. The next issue preview teases Taitusha at a special price of 390 yen. This Sega Saturn special report focuses on early game strategies for the racehorse breeding simulation, Derby Stallion. Released on March 25th for 6,800 yen, the guide offers advice on farm financial management, especially in the initial stages. A key aspect is choosing initial breeding mares wisely, emphasizing crosses or inbreeding with stallions to enhance genetic potential. Stallions like Native Dancer, Gray Sovereign, and Prince Kilo are recommended for inbreeding. The report suggests breeding Polyester Doll with Durrell as a good starting combination, and Brian's Time with Bamboo Atlas for the second generation. Crucially, prioritize horses with early maturity, short distance aptitude, and high dirt aptitude to succeed in early races and generate income quickly. This Derby Stallion guide emphasizes strategic horse management through breeding, training, and selling. Due to high costs, approximately 23.8 million yen from birth to 5 years, selling some foals, particularly yearlings with adult-like comments, is crucial for financial stability. Training focuses on building stamina on dirt tracks before debuts around September of the horse's 3-year-old season. Pre-debut training prioritizes dirt, solo, strong exercises, adjusting intensity based on weekly weight changes. Trainer Fujieda is highly recommended for training, especially debut preparation, due to his Fujieda Magic in Condition Assessment. Other trainers specialize in castration, Moriyama, and equipment application, Asahara. The guide suggests initial breeding combinations like Clean Sakura X, Sakura Chio-O, and Reset Button X Biwa Hyahide for explosive power and speed, respectively, and combinations like Tofbin and Sunday Silence, and Nihon Piro Winner and Soviet Star for improving base ability and production capacity for future generations. Operation Art 4 in races emphasizes understanding race techniques and horse types, like speed, sashi, and stamina, senko, for easy wins. Target races like Kosakura Taisho and Nakayama Kinen. Recommended initial breedings include Soft Eclair X Super Creek and Chim Chim Chire X Mahiro Ryan. Utilize effective crosses like Gray Sovereign 5x5 with Fortino lineage. For second generation, consider Russian Ruber or ILD Bourbon crosses. Nijinsky Native Dancer for speed and stability. Choose races with weaker rivals, avoiding major step races. Pasture is beneficial when a horse's condition and weight decline. Retire powerful horses early for breeding, and focus on mixed bloodlines, avoiding overcrossing. Interesting breeding involves diverse bloodlines and outbreed stallions. Aim for the Northern Dancer lineage for classics, considering mares like AU Lady and Midnight Arlie, and stallions like Sunday Silence or Tony Bin. Prioritize strategic breeding and race selection for success. This magazine article previews a new version of the game, Derby Stallion, Divista, emphasizing significant updates from previous versions, possibly the Sega Saturn version. A key focus is a reborn breeding system, alongside increased horse capacity and race programs. The BC mode, for online horse competitions via registration codes, returns with deepened breeding strategies. Gameplay feels different, with less emphasis on final spurts and more dynamic races where horses can rally. New popular stallions are added, enhancing breeding fun. Ranch expansion unlocks facilities like hot springs and veteran horse ranches, increasing horse ownership capacity. Players can challenge overseas races like the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe after domestic success. The Sega Saturn version specifically offers shortcut commands for easier play. A special event allows access to top overseas stallions like Sunday Silence for breeding for 5 years, if certain ranch conditions are met. The overall impression is that this new Divista offers substantial improvements and new content, feeling like a fresh experience beyond a simple port. This Sega Saturn Weekly Soft Review features perspectives from female users, basic, polite comments, assigned writers, deep, manic comments, and guest writers. Knowledgeable, slightly manic reviews. Featured games are Derby Stallion, a horse breeding simulation with a difficult difficulty and an average score of 8.0. Reviewers highlight its addictive nature, strategic depth, and evolution from previous versions, praising its thoroughness but noting similarities to the PS version and wishing for more Saturn-specific features. Tokimeki, Memorial Drama Series, Volume 3. Departure Poem, a drama-focused game with normal difficulty and an average score of 8.66. Reviewers commend its fitting ending, well-developed characters, and thematic resonance around graduation. Minor drawbacks include slow scene changes and load times, but overall, it's praised as a memorable and emotionally impactful final installment. Reviewer profiles provide brief insights into their preferences and personalities. Hello, Capcom, Volume 83 previews 2 upcoming games. Private Justice Academy, Hot-Blooded Youth Diary 2, Provisional, is coming to PlayStation in 6 months for 5,800 yen. This sequel to Private Justice Academy boasts 22 characters, including returning fighters, 2 new additions, and editable characters. It supports DualShock and Pocket Station, and promises an enhanced school story experience. The magazine also offers a sneak peek at Street Fighter II-I Third Strike, Santo II-I. The director emphasizes an underground feeling for this installment, highlighting the initial music direction discussions with composer Hideki, exploring a raw and unconventional style. Development is underway with more news to come, suggesting a distinct atmosphere for this iteration of Street Fighter. In an interview, Crazy Taxi director Kenji Kano discusses the game's development. Tasked with creating a driving game for the NAOMI board, he aimed to avoid typical racing and explore coolness through cars, focusing on crazy driving. The taxi theme arose somewhat spontaneously, inspired by a conversation and the movie Taxi. Despite initial internal skepticism about taxis being cool, Kano envisioned a stylish game emphasizing craziness and exhilarating speed, deliberately contrasting with the image of Japanese taxis. He wanted to create a high-quality city driving experience that would attract both core gamers and car enthusiasts, transforming the perceived negativity of taxis into a positive, cool gaming experience through wild gameplay. Crazy Taxi, set in a vibrant beach city, emphasizes cool taxis and energetic gameplay. Developers Kageyama and Sugino focused on creating a cool experience with solid characters, car designs inspired by American cars from the late 50s, early 60s, and impactful music from overseas artists. Initially conceived as a drive game, it evolved to highlight showing off driving skills. Achieving the right driving feel and implementing stopping mechanics were challenging. The appearance of the cars was prioritized over performance differences. While initially anxious about arcade playability, location tests were positive. The game aims for an arcade feel through flashy, impossible actions designed to feel natural, inspired by a West Coast atmosphere, albeit unrealistic. Developers anticipate the home version will be enjoyed by families. This guide for Zombie Revenge Episode 2, Living Weapon, details enemy encounters, weapon locations, and level hazards. Players will face crawling zombies, plants that attack in all directions, approach from the side, and poison-spitting zombies, defeat at a distance. Charged attacks, R button, are effective against groups. Laser traps are present throughout the stage, requiring careful movement. New weapons like the double-barreled shotgun and shotgun can be found in weapon storage areas. Boxes offer life and shots, but locations should be memorized as they are crucial for survival, especially since no life appears until Episode 3 if missed. Hidden rooms with weapon boxes and life are scattered around, often revealed by destroying walls. Beware of falling rocks, indicated by shadows on the water, requiring immediate evasion or all-directional attacks. The underground waterway is rich in hidden item boxes. Mastering their locations is key to success. This guide details strategies for defeating bosses Wormhedron and Shellhedron and UDS-05. Wormhedron and Shellhedron attack with point-blank moves and poison. For solo players, use variable shots on Wormhedron and punch combos on Shellhedron. In two-player mode, continuous shooting and screen scrolling to avoid poison and glowing Shellhedron are effective. UDS-05 cannot be guarded from behind and uses wide-range attacks, including unavoidable lightning strikes. Focus on front attacks, manage ammo carefully, and reload in safe moments. Start by eliminating the surrounding small enemies with variable shots. To stop the boss, use 2 variable shots, then guard against the counterattack. When the boss warps, maintain distance and repeat the 2-shot strategy, adapting to its guard and counterattack patterns. Running away is advised if you get too close. After defeating Worm/Shell Hedron, navigate the aqueduct, using coffins against zombies, avoiding laser traps, and utilizing an axe for one-hit kills. A large swarm of rats appears post-boss. Spring prizes are here to celebrate the season of new beginnings. This month's offerings are perfect for April's fresh starts, including entrance ceremonies and new school terms, featuring character goods to help spark conversations and refresh moods. Prizes include plush toys like Troy Horse, Tama and Friends, Super Horse, Sesame Street, figures such as Sakura Wars 2, Jumborg Ace, Zambot 3 and Trider G7, and practical items like clocks, bags, and bath goods. 3 specially marked present items are being given away to 5 lucky winners. To apply, send a postcard with your contact details and impressions of the prizes, illustrations are welcome, to the provided address. This page advertises upcoming Disney prize items available starting in March, targeting fans of Disney and prize collectors. Regular updates will feature the latest Disney character prizes found in game and amusement centers. The March prize list includes a wide array of items featuring Winnie the Pooh, Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and other characters like Genie, Fantasia, Donald Duck, and characters from Nightmare Before Christmas and Toy Story. Items range from super jumbo plush toys and cushions, to keychains, music boxes, clocks, and even bath goods. The text also includes snippets of dialogue, suggesting brainstorming and market research processes behind the prize development, hinting at creative and potentially humorous prize ideas. This page depicts an advertisement for the WonderSwan handheld game console. Specialized magazine to be released. The WonderSwan, appearing April 16th. Estimated price, 590 yen, tax included. And WonderSwan are trademarks of Bandai Company, Limited. SoftBank Publishing. SoftBank Corporation Publishing Division will change to SoftBank Publishing Company, Limited from April 1, 1999. 1,038,501, 241, Hakozakicho, Nihonbashi, Chuoku, Tokyo. Collect on delivery, cash on delivery by home delivery service, is available. Note: some areas may not be deliverable. Receipts issued by our company cannot be issued. Email: magazine@softbank.co.jp. Telephone: 0356428100. Display price includes tax. This week's Hakozaki Mame's Dreamcastrology, March 26th to April 1st, provides horoscopes for each zodiac sign. Aries should be mindful of initial intentions, wear spring-like clothes, and note energetic people. Taurus needs caution in words and actions at work and nighttime safety. Gemini should be aware of fluctuating luck, focusing on inspiration and upcoming good news. Cancer will experience new events, needing to prioritize, with wishes potentially coming true. But babies are not lucky. Leo should embrace open spaces and plan for summer travel. Virgo needs to be calm, protect their wallet, and a past hope might bring happiness after pain. Libra should balance good and bad, smile, and cherish red items. Scorpio should focus on their inner circle and improving their living environment, while graduates should enjoy time with classmates. Sagittarius will have continued good luck, but old promises might resurface. Capricorn should build strong alliances, be less stubborn, and cherish mornings. Aquarius might face rivals, needs to observe opponents, act proactively, but avoid being too pushy in love. Pisces should plan for the future, be responsible, and improve teamwork. The lucky person is an Aries, born on March 24th, who needs to be careful with money and rely on girlfriends. The overall period marks the transition after graduations into new beginnings in April, hoping for a bright future. Dreamcast Magazine is offering readers a special present. Prizes include Dreamcast-compatible software, 20 winners, a Cybertroopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram poster, 10 winners, a Real Sound Kaze No Regret postcard set, 5 winners, and a Yoshimoto Mahjong Club, Unomi, 3 winners. To apply, readers must answer a questionnaire on the enclosed postcard, include their details and desired prize, and mail it by April 15th. Winners will be announced in the 99 volume 15 issue and prizes shipped afterwards. Allow 2 months for delivery. Contact the editorial department for issues. Previous prize winners in this issue are ineligible. The next issue, releasing April 2nd, issue date 4/16, will feature Tokyo Game Show follow-up coverage, strategy guides for March releases like Soul Calibur and Shenmue, and Sega Saturn new information. This page depicts the game advertisement for Dreamcast. Main contender appears. Real racehorses run with the latest condition every week. This is a serious adult horse racing simulation that pursues reality. Digital horse racing newspaper, My Trackman. Kanto Horse Racing Newspaper Association special tie-up. Release date, April 8, 1999. Winning Horse, Kishu News. Horse Racing Research. Derby News, Nikken Keiba. Horse, in cooperation with Weekly Horse Racing Book. Available for purchase at major toy stores, game shops, department stores, mass retailers, Lawson, and other stores. Lottery for 30 winners. Inviting you to Sapporo Racecourse Viewing and Farm Tour. Please return the questionnaire postcard enclosed in the package. Postmark valid until May 31st. Dreamcast is a trademark of Sega Enterprises, Limited. This page depicts multiple scenes with anime characters and text boxes around them. I've seen the moment when the sun sets many times, but I've never seen the sky change from blue to night sky. I couldn't love that person enough to have my selfishness imposed on them. Hey, including now and the past, can I come to like that person? I don't understand my own feelings. What does the real me want me to do? Don't say anything anymore. Just like this, hold me. Always. By your side, I'll be. Friends Gleam of Youth. Release date scheduled, April 8, 99. Suggested retail price, 7,200 yen, excluding tax. CD2. Limited first edition bonus. Friends Digital Original Art Collection. Fairy Tale /NEC. Interchannel illustration. Toru Mizutani. Tokyo Game Show Exhibition Final Chapter Title First Introduction. Published April 9, 1999. Published twice a month. Issue date, 9th and 25th of each month. Volume 12. Publisher, Mitsugu Okazaki. Editor, Toshio Inazuki. Publisher, SoftBank Publishing Business Division. 10385 01241. Hakozaki-cho, Nihonbashi, Chuoku, Tokyo. Telephone, Sales 0356428101. Editorial 0356428125. Fixed price, 420 yen. Main unit 400 yen. Magazine 264,224 ninths.